For the last time, Nick, I'm ready, all right? Come on. You can do it whenever. Oh, sorry. Are we going live right now? Okay.
No.
All righty, that happens. All right. What's going on, Ryan? How you doing?
I'm doing good, Will, buddy. What's up? I'm glad you and Nick could work out your fairly odd couple setup you got going on here.
Oh, well, we're just two fairly odd parents trying to raise this kid. That's what's
That's
happening.
fair. That's
what's happening. Well, let's get underway, folks. It's PPD Nationals. We got singles action today, and we're going to start off with a doozy of a matchup. How about JC Martinez taking on Mike Maloney as they just get underway? We'll save you the ugly faces here. We'll get into it. Ryan George joining me. Ryan,
Happy
thanks
to
for
be here, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for joining me, man. And looking forward to today's coverage.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. Nick hit me up this morning and said, "You want to hang out with Will?" I know it's a big ask, but I was here for it. I'm here for it.
I'm telling you, brother, that's a tough one. I don't know who would really want to do that. I can't believe Sean does it all the time, to be honest.
Sean's a loving soul, so he can put up with just about anybody.
Well, here we go. JC trying after the trip 17 there. He's got a little ground to make up.
Yeah, I honestly considered messaging Maloney and telling him I was going to be doing this today if I knew I was going to see him, just to see if he'd throw any more doubles just because he knows that I tell him all the time that I will never call it the Maloney double.
I think we shouldn't anymore. I mean, let's be honest. There's been people that have been doing it before him, but somehow or another, it's attached. But for those that go ahead.
Oh, sorry. It seems like everything that we do seem to, all the positive stuff seems to suddenly have Maloney's name surrounding it. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, he's off to the races here. Just a reminder, this will be a race to 4-leg battle here for the king seat. That's right. This is the king seat of Division I. We're already at that point. How about still left in this bracket on the one-loss side, Don Stewart beating Mike Carter. That is just in. Ram Gavara waiting on Wes White or Mike Scarboro. So the winner will play Ram. And then on the loser side, Jesse Sherman of Iowa, if I'm not mistaken, Christian Broussard and Steve Hilger, that Porky fella who just eats a lot, Jason Hogginson, and then Mike Carter on the one loss remaining of the one dip game.
I'm a big fan of that. We talked about that a lot. Nick and I did, and Armand did, but I've become slightly infatuated with this whole triple dip thought process.
The triple dip
makes it fun.
The triple dip isn't bad at all. I mean, the thing that really appetizes me is that one-leg shootout, and I think that there should be more events that do that. The real eye-opener for me was, granted, steel tip event when I went to Charlotte last year, and they had a bunch of 301 and done events. I was like, what the heck is this? One-leg shootout, 301 bracket. Yep, just dirty darts, but it forces you in a pressure situation. It's also a quick filler, so if you're out of an event, you can just charge on ahead with this one and see how you do. Maybe a way to make a quick buck, and it doesn't really cost much to enter. I think it was like $10 to enter. So
you could run a lot of theoretical blind draws. You could go, okay, one's done, now two, now two's done, now three.
Yep.
So and you can do that.
You can run that cricket or 501 or whatever you want to do.
Sure. I will say I just was in Columbus, Ohio for some family matters and decided to go out to a draw one of the nights, and it was it was not advertised as a special event. They just always do a triple elimination, but they just have it so you can only get as far as third place in that final bracket, one game shootout, either 0-1 or cricket. And I thoroughly enjoyed it because it means I got third place.
Well, JC making a run here in this second leg, or at least trying to close the 18s.
So you can never give Maloney too much room because the more comfortable he gets, if he's ever uncomfortable to begin with, it's not going to help you. I don't care if you are JC Martinez.
Right. Yeah, you can turn it on at any point, but it goes to say for a lot of our Division I players, we know what Ram's capable of. Ram actually just missing out to JC Martinez in the last round. That's what put him in the loser's bracket. Mike Maloney did best Mike Carter. And now Mike Carter quickly has found himself in that one last chance bracket. So things can be going well, but they can turn quickly.
Maloney can turn around, break your heart, and all of a sudden you're on your back looking up, and over just like that. But JC is going to try to keep Maloney at bay here. I like the shot on the 15 in his last visit to take the 15 to gain another wedge, but at the same time, he's left it wide open for Maloney on these 16s, which is a good day to be Mike Maloney, but when you're sad when it's a 5 mark, you're breaking my heart a little bit.
Don't go breaking my heart.
I couldn't if I tried.
Okay, Nick. Calm down there. Goodness gracious. You're so flat. You're so flat, dude.
You're the first person to say that to me. I'm quite round, actually.
Oh, my.
Oh, instantly reminded me of that. Oh, that movie where they're singing, the family singing Mockingbird. Oh, Step Brothers, yeah. Fantastic. All right, so Maloney, if he's going to do it, he's got to do it on the bowl.
Ooh.
I'd say that's pretty dang good.
3 in the black is good. He lost control of his cameras. It was so good.
He knocked the power out.
We're trying to play catch up now as he runs across the screen and frantically finds our frames. Here we go. Back to Maloney's perspective. Just like that. Voila.
Oh, he wanted it.
Not today, Junior.
Oh. Will, I knew I was going to laugh with you here this evening, but I wasn't prepared for it to be this much this fast.
Well, brother, hold on for the ride. Buckle up.
I'm
It's
here.
gonna be a
I'm
doozy.
here for it. I'm here for it. 100%.
We're going to see Maloney with a good one here for the win.
He didn't throw the double.
That's the reason why I think he had a good marker there. Just on the outside, right. He can pivot off that dart. Good win.
That's right.
Nick, I don't know if you can do it. Can you
can
change that score line to black for me? Like black lettering?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
That would be perfect if you could do that to help us all out. 2-0. Because these eyes are struggling right now, let me tell you.
These eyes.
Gosh, you're just so bad at
it. So is it weird to me that JC tries to come in? Okay, so if you're an average darter, not one of these two superhumans, and you come in and you white horse, that's devastating. But if you're JC Martinez and you white horse in front of Maloney is with no points on the board, is it really that big of a deal?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
I said so. Like, sorry. So if you're a average darter and you white horse in front of your opponent, it's a pretty big deal. But JC went for the white horse there. If he hits it, but with no points on the board, is that a big deal? Being in front of Maloney?
I don't really think so. I mean, certain circumstances, like you'll see Leonard do that where he starts off with a white horse. So that's just a frantic Leonard thing that he does. But I think if you enter with 3-7 big trip 17s, it's a pretty big answer. Right. At this level, I don't think it's as substantial. I think that you're going to get thrown those your way every so often. You're going to get the 9 thrown your way. You just got to deal with it and move on.
Right. I just think to me, and this is just me, and I'm not nearly as talented as either one of these guys, but I'm thinking 3 in the trip. If I'm putting a 9 up, put it in the trip 20 to put him down, 120 points and then go.
Yeah.
But like I said, these guys are at this level for a reason. So.
Yeah, they definitely are. They can play pretty outrageous at points. Granted, that was a nice 7 mark, but it's not as substantial as it could be. JC quickly shut him out. Yep, first dart onto the 15s. Back to points, or just close them out.
Stay, get points and shut it down, push them to the bowl.
There we go. That's a little bit better. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate everybody joining us. Give us that like and a follow if you have not. Subscribe to our YouTube channels. We would appreciate that. We're kind of crawling up there on both platforms. Love that. For the win. 3-1.
JC gets himself on the board and gives himself a little bit of a chance to try to take a deep breath. Claws way back in.
Yeah, needs to do just that, actually. Take a deep breath here. Maloney will step up first. As Nick says, whoopsie. Thanks for the reminder, Will. Brother, I've done it so many times it don't even matter.
Especially with Nationals, though, it's very rare we get the 2-camera stream, let alone basically a CSC Division 1 matchup. So
yeah,
there's a lot of moving parts to start off our stream today.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that. Did Nick, for the trips that we did that last Saturday, did we have a single two bar setup?
There's probably some that I missed because it does happen actually more
That's
than
fair.
ever with our increasing amount of camera packages. But honestly, it's one of those things where usually we just try to step one side. If we can get the other, that's great. But since we were starting off our stream and we saw this heater of a match, we were like, there's no way we couldn't, right? There's no way. We would be in dark commentary jail if we didn't show this in its full glory.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Big bookend 7 for Maloney. JC with the big answer. Minimal lead, but he's there. Sometimes I get lost in watching these guys hit trips. Like they just hit, it's just like, over and over. It's almost, I don't know, poetic and hypnotic at the same time.
I like to consider it a form of ASMR. It's just like you just hear the beeps in the sleep, and it's almost soothing.
Could you? Yeah. The question is now: could we see if someone could actually fall asleep to the sounds of a dartboard with these two playing, just the dartboard playing in the background?
Porky can.
Porky can fall asleep anywhere.
He's the best at it.
I remember the first time, wasn't it you guys, the first time you zoomed in the camera clear across the room, you were somewhere, and he was sitting there in a chair, and he'd nodded off?
Definitely.
Yeah. Yep.
I would like, speaking of Boom Goes the Dynamite, but speaking of zooming in on people sleeping, every time I see Lavelle Sterling, he still says he's going to get me back, even though that was Will, and I wasn't even a part of a stream when he zoomed in on him. I just would like that to be known. I hear that from Lavelle every single time.
That's fair. Just will not let up.
No, he's on a mission right now.
100%.
Mission for the king seat.
It's just fun to watch. Uh-oh. I kind of feel like that 15 was almost a sign of, I don't know, I'm not going to say giving up on the leg, but there was a reach for that last inch of land left. Maloney takes care of that real quick.
Going for the close there. I mean, you're down a significant amount of points. He's just kind of brushing it off. Next leg.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're kind of cashing in and saying, all right, let's get it on to the next one. Because a casual 6-7-2 to just, and a 5-6-3, and you lost by like that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, Maloney's throwing a 4-6 in the first leg, and then a 6-7-2 there. That's going to be pretty hard to beat, no matter what you have to offer. Even battling above him, going second. I mean, you're gonna if he would have thrown a 7 there, it's going to be tough to beat that 6.46 or 6.72 going second.
Yeah.
Good opener.
Yeah, huge opener. It's just fun to watch him turn that volume up. And I would just wonder, he's one of those guys where I'd love to see him just continue to throw darts throughout a day and just go back and watch the stat line progression of where he started to where he found his hot spot, if he cooled off any. Does he ever actually get tired? Just
some of these guys, it's hard to believe they do get tired anymore,
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're all used to playing darts all the time. They're used to winning all the time and running deep brackets, so they're definitely used to throwing a dart. But man, just to sit there and think about holding on to that, holding on to a 5-5 over the course of an entire day or even higher is just crazy. Small miss for Maloney there.
Yeah,
Might be a small
opener.
window.
Door opener. He'll take a shot. Big 9.
Huge 9.
Try to make this 3-2.
Still managed to average a 7 on that round. I mean, it's just kick, but JC's still out in front. I'm kind of intrigued by that, but okay.
Yeah. Tries a shot at the 15s. Maybe he just feels a little bit more comfortable on that number.
I mean, it's taking the wedge away, so it's never a bad thing, but at the same time, not pushing to take anything away from Maloney and letting Maloney potentially have it, although there's your answer right there. So everything I'm thinking means nothing at this point, but
two big 9s right in this leg.
Yeah, huge.
It's a great back and forth battle, but JC looking like a 6+ for sure here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. You are correct on that. 6-2-9 for JC Martinez to make it 3-2. Continues to try to hang on. And then now Maloney to throw first for the match, potentially.
Yeah, it's an important position to note that JC did lose that game where he was fighting against the Bulls with Maloney that ended up coming all the way back around. And now he's a scenario where Maloney has the advantage going first. And if JC gets this, I would say he would have enough momentum to win out from there. But Maloney has a clear advantage into this leg to get this done 4-2.
That's fair.
Jim, how's it going? Heather, hello. Thanks for joining us, folks. Another big start to this leg. Mike Maloney with another big 9. We've had a few in this contest here.
Yeah, we've seen more than our share of 9s already. No counters required. But that is definitely not the way JC wanted to start that off.
This should be cruise control for Mike here.
Yeah. He just needs to kick it in and let it run. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is not where you want the wheels to fall off, JC.
Finish him.
Yeah, he's working on it.
Just knew it was coming. Big 9.
And that's the thing with these guys too, the stakes on everything, because you can miss one dart and just absolutely just feel gutted. Maloney even playing it backwards. Does not get the finish, missing the third bowl needed on dart 2, but will obviously get to come back. Can JC get himself? Well, he can't get himself on the board now. And just like that,
another 6-4-6 there for Mike Maloney. Wow. Big shots all around. So we're going to see our ugly mugs one more time.
One more time.
We'll be bouncing around here in just a moment. But, hey, let's talk about overall divisions for today's action. For our singles events, we have a massive 39 divisions. And all of them are packed with 16 players. So pretty substantial for the amount of action we're going to bring you today. What do you say, Ryan?
It's a lot of divisions. It's a lot of players. There's a lot of really tough players. I mean, across all these levels, it's going to be, nonstop action's the hope and the dream.
Yeah, overall, that's 576 competitors here. And we've got a good NPR range to boot. Just in this Division 1, it's 4.588 to 5.754 is going to be our range there. We have some pretty tight ones as well. Division 3, 4.067 to 4.260. How about this? Division 4, 3.971 to a 4.050. That is your range. That's
a window.
That's a tight window. There's another good one. How about this? Division 12, 3.333 to a 3.379.
Wow.
What?
So literally a quarter of a dart can make all the difference.
Exactly, and that just shows you that every dart matters here in these matchups today. You're going to see some matches that are definitely going to go the distance. I mean, this is kind of how it shapes up to go in some of these divisions where they're so tight knit, they're so identical on averages that it's just gonna be a level playing field, and you see them most of the time go the distance. And sometimes you're going to see the triple dip come into effect and you're going to see every leg played as well. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Nick's setting us up with another matchup in the background as we head right on over. Where are we at, Nick?
Yeah, so this is going to be the Division 2 King Seat match. I just saw they were in leg number 2 here. Figured we would get some coverage of this. Do apologize for that board cam being a little blurry there. There's a lot of people supporting Toso's in Arizona, the brand new bar, I believe owned by Mike Scarborough's uncle there. So they've actually just set up some streaming gear. You can actually see off to the side they have their own cameras and stuff set up as well. That's one of the hosting locations for the Phoenix Premier League as well. So with some pretty exciting stuff over there. Fortunately, I ran out of zoom on this camera, so that's why the board's a little blurry, but hopefully you guys can still enjoy the action here. It is currently 1-0 in Rick's favor.
We'll have to do a little bit of maintenance on that board, but great to see another bar added to the show here. And how about that bar? Good set of boards and
the fire, got the ice.
Yeah, they got a good amount of playing areas, that's for sure. 4.71 for Rick. We'll see where this match is right now.
That makes it 2-0 Rick?
Yeah, and I believe Nick Olivia is from Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. I am correct. Look at that, man.
It's almost like you do this a lot with a lot of people from all over the country, Will.
I think Nick's one of those players that actually he plays both soft and steel tip. So I think I've seen him around the area when I go down to Oklahoma and play and compete in some of those events. So
okay,
yeah, good to see him in the mix. There's lots of quality shots in there. I think we're going to see more and more of those individuals participating because they just got the Partners Promoting Dart system not too long ago. for most of their bars. So pretty good group here too. Nick came through Daryl Cortez in that first match, Mark Citrone, Matt Perdon, and then Rick. So he's a good shot. Chris Watson, Brett Hollanday in this group as well. Jim,
definitely not lacking talent. That is for sure.
Yeah. Justin Elrod, James Huskin or Jim Huskin, Terry Dalton, Daryl Cortez. So, interesting stuff. Brett Hollanday already out of this one. Ryan Sofa as well. Eric Lugkey. All out of this bracket already. So, really, I mean, crazy stuff right off the rip here in our singles coverage of PPD Nationals, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts, as we see another 9 on the board.
Yeah, Rick taking care of doing some heavy lifting here. Nick tried to get out in front. And Rick said, hold on tight, here I come.
Larry Keith, your king seat holder in division number 3. How he's in division 3, I don't know. Maybe just working a little bit more. Most of our divisions are going to be king seat spots. It's just how quick things go today. Yeah, Paul, if you want to watch the brackets, you can head on over to CompuSport. That's what I'm doing right now, just browsing through the Partners Promoting Darts system here. You can check out all the brackets for, doubles or triples coverage as well, which will be Sean Green. No, Sean's going to be gone as well, I believe. So we'll check that one out. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. I'm gone tomorrow.
You're gone tomorrow, and it's going to be, assuming Sean Green's feeling better, he is sick today. Sean Green and Ryan Mooneyham. And then
bullshit. Oh, what? Did I say that out loud?
I think you did. Oh, boy. Yeah, so he might be feeling sick or faking it today. He might be playing hooky. Who knows? So tomorrow it should be Sean and Mooneyham, and then Sunday will be you and Mooneyham. So we got both Ryans this weekend.
Fair enough. Hopefully you'll get to see this Ryan actually throw on Sunday if his team can put anything together.
Just, folks, check the coverage of the WNBA Indiana game tonight. I guarantee you're going to see Sean Green watching Caitlin Clark somewhere in the midst of that one. By the way, I have no clue if they're playing tonight, so no idea.
Just throwing gas on a fire, and we don't even know if it's real.
Damn right. You're welcome, Shawnee boy. Rick doing some damage here. He's looking for this 3-0 offer and a real easy slide into the king seat position here. Come on, Nicholas.
Well, I mean, if he still, I'll just throw it out there. If he, for some reason, doesn't want to, or Caitlin Clark is playing a doubleheader tomorrow, you could do Ryan squared tomorrow. So,
It's the Ryan squared.
I'm a little more round most days, but that's okay. I'll take it. Yeah.
Good amount of viewers in the chat too for PPD Nationals. Yeah, you gotta love that. Almost 200 of you folks joining us. Skipping out on work. I know what you're doing. Don't you be lying. You're skipping out.
Don't you be shawning.
Well, he can't skip out yet. Let's be honest. That guy's hard at work with the kiddos. Well, let's be honest. It's
true.
It's 4
That's
o'clock
true.
there. That's a lie. He's done and dusted. Just like Nick for this leg. Let's be honest, because Rick has just hit another massive round here. 8 mark on the board.
Yeah. Pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point. Rick just to end it and be done. One dart, one time.
Follows
Quickly
the 4.
proving
Follows
I
the
don't
4.
belong in level 2.
Follows the 4-7-1 with a 5-6-4. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. That'll get it done a lot of the time.
Ryan, nice jersey, brother. Did Sharon make that for you?
She did not. I made it for me. No, I take up a lot of room in a room, so I decided that the bigger, the brighter, the flashier. Maybe I'd look like I was talented, even though I'm not. So
It's a great jersey, man. It's a great jersey. Good
I
job.
appreciate it.
That's a good one. Is this going to be another big doozy of a round? Good 7 mark. Nick, you calm down right there, brother. Yeah, you did.
Used to call me a big doozy back in high school, though. That's what they used to call me.
Whoa.
I would like to give a shout out to what Heather Fuller. She asked for Arizona as like the first comment before any matches started, and so far all we've gotten is Arizona. So that's for you, Heather.
Well, he's gonna say it's for you, Heather, because he wants to run with it and have those bonus points. But just the way the cookie crumbles. Plus, like you said, we can't say no to J.C. Martinez and Mike Maloney out the gate.
Well, I mean, I love saying no to Mike Maloney for the record. I would like to make that perfectly clear. It just, unfortunately, you're right. We couldn't with that matchup.
Dude, these guys, man. Either one of these guys playing the CSC?
I
don't think so.
D2 ones. Maybe.
I don't think so. I know that Nick hasn't had the opportunity to. We'll say
Well,
that
maybe
one.
Rick, for instance, because this guy's just slaughtering the board.
He's playing well here. The talent pool in Arizona is very, very nice. That's what we had. We had a little conversation about that in the media room at the U.S. Masters, actually, because there was a couple of people that are like, Adam Savada, what? How's he gonna do? And I was like, well, he's from a soft tip area that's really got a lot of talent from it. So where he's from? I said, well, he's from Arizona, Phoenix, and a couple of them knew it. But I said, you got Chuck Bulio, you got David Fathom, you've got so many others there that are just talented individuals. I said, that talent in Arizona is real.
Yeah, no doubt. That bullshitter's bar there is a well. But we spent a lot of time in Arizona when we did when Armand and I did trips a month or so ago. We spent plenty of time out yonder. Rick is just cleaning up shop step by step.
Cruise control.
Start to set it up. Give himself the option to 3-dart out it. But and Nick's trying. Nick's fighting. We'll give him that. He's scrapping, but he's just not scoring the same way that Rick is. And Rick, 15s are gone. He tries the double and grabs it. So
yeah, just two for the win here.
Yep.
No, I don't want him, Nick. Don't put him up next.
Okay, I'm going to be devil's advocate. Please put him up next.
No, don't put him up next. He's terrible. He's got barbecue sauce all over his face, all over his fingers. He's freaking sleeping in the corner half the time. No, don't put that guy up here. He's trash.
Wow. And as saying that, Rick, for the casual 5-4-8, making short work of Nick Olivia.
Yeah,
4-0.
What a demo job there. We didn't catch that first leg, but 471, 564, 548 overall. Impressive stuff, and definitely could find his way into a position.
Absolutely. Oh, Porky, our Porky, where art thou, our Porky?
So we're trying to show you guys Steve Hilger versus Wes White. We're looking like we're missing Wes White on the login currently. This is a one and done matchup. Figured to be a good little reprieve from our race to fours that we were seeing there. But it looks like Wes White's still taking that extra moment to log in. So while we wait on them to log in, why don't we go ahead and hear from our sponsors real quick and let that run. Let the boys get some water, freshen up, and we'll be back with some more action. What do you say, fellas?
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Alrighty, we'll be right back, guys.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today. Nathan Aspinall Echo soft tip darts. By the way, I've swapped out the stems and flights for the new K-Flex number 2 standard flight. Originally only number 6 was available. Now we have number 2 in all colors and lengths. All right, 146 remaining. Ho ho ho. Damn, that felt good. Echo has really expanded since it first came out as an exclusively soft tip range. Now we have a player edition that has remnants of Nathan's prior signature darts, notably the overall shape of the barrel and the milling, with the CNC milling in the front, nano grooves in the middle, finishing off with radial grooves in the rear, which to me feel the most aggressive. So if you have a widespread grip or a 5-finger hold like Nathan himself, I would recommend taking a look at this barrel. It's certainly a more affordable option than your typical PDC Superstar signature dart. Take a look.
Goodbye, Jen. Hello, Steve Hilger, aka Porky, taking on Wes White here in our next matchup. This, of course, is going to be Division 26. Division
Definitely.
26 for Porky.
100%.
No, definitely not. He's a Division 1er. And this is a, speaking of one and done match. The winner will advance to either take on Mike Scarboro or Mike Carter in the next round. This is for the 8th position. So tough position to be in. But they're going to try to make it work here. Wes has the point advantage. You're going to go ahead and try to, I think you should close out the 19s here.
Yeah. Do everything you can to take any real estate Porky has built up away from him. Porky looks like he's taking the long walk back for a snack at the table. But
He's gonna have to find a new wedge. 18s it is. Gonna have to fill it up, Pork.
so is he still throwing bar darts, or has he moved on to something?
So I know there's a
more
little
for him.
I know there's a barrel being made for him right
Okay.
now, and I think those are some prototypes that he's using. He did pull those out at Whammo because there was a little bit of a breeze, I think, from the air conditioning, and he felt like he had to do something there, and you can't blame him for stepping up the weight there.
Seem to be doing fine by him right now. She's fighting his way back into the leg. A little bit of work left to do as we see Ram takes down Scarboro, so he'll play Don Stewart. And like you said, winner here of Steve and Wes will take on the winner of the Mike and Mike battle, Carter versus Scarboro. So Porky's gonna have to get with it here because it's like you said, one leg shootout here.
Makes it real tough.
No take backsies, no do overs. And I think it's pretty fair to say in a one leg shootout, you're just pouring it on as hard as you can, as fast as you can, because you don't want to slip. And 3 singles will get that wedge taken care of. Porky on his last leg.
What do you got for us?
Great time for at least I was going to say a 9, but a 7 would be great. We'll settle for a 5. So Wes here now can just get the wedge closed.
Porky playing peekaboo with us here.
Yep. He just dances. He's got the whole dance floor to himself, so he's just, Mamba number 5 in it. Yeah. Big close. Only one bull, though, so Wes with a little bit of pressure, but not a lot of bit of pressure. Let's see what he does. Uh-oh. Ooh, the double on dart 2 hurts. And there's that.
Wow. Wes White gets the job done. Porky going home early. So we're going to head to our next match. Terry Johnson taking on Gary Shaw here. And this is at Trick Shots, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Division 18 King Seat. So we are 2-0 in favor of Terry. You can see there.
Just putting that work in. 1 bowl away from making it 3.
Austin, I'm only going to communicate with you through stream chats now instead of answering your text messages. So yes, I did hear our league started though. So fun fact about Terry Johnson here. I've told the story on the mic before. When I was in high school and middle school, I had this friend named Dylan Johnson. And, growing up with my dad being around darts and everything, I was always like, okay, I've met a lot of people that say they're good at darts, but like when I actually go with my dad to these tournaments, I see actual big shots playing darts. And I never actually ran into Terry at tournaments for a long time when I was a kid going to them. And I used to have Dylan come over to my house. We would play airsoft, paintball, whatever, hang out in middle school and high school. Well, like one day he's like, my mom's really good at darts. And I was like, yeah, sure, buddy. All right. And then lo and behold, I'm like playing at Trick Shots, and I finally made the connection that Terry Johnson was in fact Dylan Johnson's mom. So I've been friends with her son for a very long time. And let me tell you, she is one of those killers. We've seen her in the women's CSI and CDI before. We've seen her in some of these big events. She used to be, I believe, on a Steel Tip Nationals level team back in the 90s as well. So Terry Taylor Johnson can throw, let me tell you.
A really long story that could have been told in so many less words, Nick. But it worked. It worked. It worked. I'm just kidding. I love you, buddy.
Weird. It sounds like Will's mics is having problems today. I guess we'll have to cut him out of the show. Maybe that's his plan all along. He's trying to do a shot. He's trying to do a hooky.
Oh. Robbie Wismith joining us in the chat instead of actually in Division 1 where he should be. Got mad at me when I watched his big leg up at Whammo and went to the comment section and said boring.
A lot of people felt that way over in Europe, apparently.
Oh, is that all the rage?
That's all.
He
the
didn't
rage.
do it the right way. Well,
We're used to it at this point.
Mercy. Okay, Terry Johnson.
Speaking of WizKid, when I was in Chicago, I had to get a selfie because I was standing and talking with 3 dart players. And I was like, all right, well, I have to get a selfie. That's like, why? I'm like, this might be the youngest dart group that is sitting here talking. It was Mason Sasser, the 15, now 16-year-old, Tyler Hinsey, and then WizKid, which was by far the oldest to the point where I feel like he's like the Wiz Manish, I guess. I don't know. I feel like we got to work on the naming there. But I took that selfie. I'm like, yeah, compared to the rest of the dart hall, this is a very differently aged group.
So you went to a dart hall and you found yourself hanging out at the kids' table is what you're telling us there now.
Absolutely.
That kid's table can throw, though, let me tell you. And also...
Oh, I didn't say they weren't talented. I'm just interested at where you chose to sit.
I heard that in Chicago, if you were sitting at the adults' table, you got black eyes. That's all I was told. That's all I'm saying.
Black eyes or you were
wow.
Bill's Mafia in the tables, so, belly flopping through picnic tables.
Well, that's how this went, guys. All right.
And Ryan was never asked to come back ever again.
Terry just should go in Gary's favor here.
She was playing from behind a little bit last leg, though, too. But, Gary takes care of that one. Oh, man. 411. So this is level 18? Or, wow, Division 18, rather, I guess. Division is the word. But, wow, 18 and a 411. I don't know if there's a bracket low enough for me, then.
Alan Gardner commenting in the chat, the scoreline. He is sitting right there behind, giving us updates. I texted him when we were first switching over to find out the update. That is Terry's fiance. They've been together for about 10 years now, if not a little bit longer. Actually, probably more than 10 years now. So been together quite some time. They're always out there playing together and having a good time throwing. So it's nice to see that he's out there supporting, even though I do believe he's eliminated from his singles run today.
Allison Kuheli saying the punch heard round the dart world.
Was it though?
12 years.
I
There
was
you go.
more. I was. I was more intrigued by the chairman of the board footage than I was the post and aftermath of Bullshooter Chicago. So. She
Well, Gary.
trailing just a little bit.
Yeah, Gary can take advantage here. Close those out. Immediately does.
But doesn't do much else. So she apparently is telling us she likes the 17, opting to go down versus to the 18. But also a smaller move on the board overall. So
Also extremely common in Florida play. I mean, Kenny Doyle is one of the guys that popularized that style of play. I feel like I know for a fact I've gotten to the habit of doing it. You look at like Austin Braswell, Terry Johnson. I think that's just one of those regional things where you go 17 before 18 around here, unless it mathematically has to go 18.
I'm from the school of, if it's a wedge that's in play and you can hit it well, then go for it. You can skip all the way to the 16s for all I care. If you're going to sit there and pound it for points, then go right ahead. Ironically enough, as Gary, it's strip 16. Terry's there. She's just a little bit behind here. Not a lot. Gary can just 1, 2, 3. Now she's got to go 18s, right?
Yeah, you gotta punch those 18s here, no matter what.
You can't give up the highest of the high ground that's left. I feel like Nick's leaving that left side up just so he can see if Porky falls asleep.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's kind of checking it out, making sure. Gotta be sure that the man don't fall asleep here.
Right there. 3 firm singles, but it does not close the gap any. Gary out there going bonk bonk twice on doubles. Looky at that. It was the one in the middle all along. Well, you know.
Yeah, Gary's just taking this one step further, trying to get this to 3-2 here. He'd rather be the king seat holder than trying to etch his place by going through that third place position.
Ooh. I do like the guaranteeing the point lead there to try to keep Terry at bay. Cannot give up the leg, but she is fighting for everything. Gets 2 out of 3. Here comes Gary. Double does it.
Hey, Gary.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
Live your best life, Will.
I'm trying to. Every once in a while, you
That
just
boy.
gotta have a fun. Now I got this guy starting.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gotta hit that bull. Needed 2 to make it interesting. And suddenly, there was life in Gary. Not Indiana, but Shaw.
Yeah, just had to drop a little Indiana in there, didn't you?
Well, it's not even the nice part of Indiana. That's the worst part about it. If
Glad
there
you
was
said
ever a
it.
part we would give back to Canada, Michigan, or Illinois, it'd be that. Yeah, the only upside I've ever found for Gary, Indiana, unfortunately, other than the Jackson family coming from there, was it means you're really close to Chicago, and that makes me happy. All right. Good old Gary here. Looking to get us landlocked at 3 apiece and push the last leg decider. But Terry, I just don't think you want to give up the momentum. You can't. I mean, he's already won 2.
Yeah.
He gets a 3rd. It's just balls rolling downhill at that point. And I feel like no matter who you are, you've got to be a little frustrated that you've given up 3 in a row after being up 3. Gets herself on the board.
That she does.
Unfortunately, though,
We'll
Gary
see.
can
Whoa,
go up there.
that's a big hit right off the bat.
Ooh. So takes the wedge and hits the single to close up shop in the 19s. Uh-oh. Gary coming alive.
Having a little bit of issues with the cameras there. Sorry, folks. We apologize for that one.
Scared me for a second. I was searching videos. I know. Like, what button did Nick push now?
Not the right one, Nick.
Oh, man. All right. Terry with $123 playing 186. Got the slow-mo viz there for a split second.
Yeah, it's just going to be a little bit of an issue here. Sorry, folks. I definitely can tell you that this guy's working on it behind the scenes. He's frantic, panicking right now.
So now Gary's in control here. He's got the okay. The double for the close down 3. It's pretty frisky. especially when she trips. Opts to stay put. 6-pack to move up. 51. Gary with the pair of 18s. That won't be enough. So 2 to close.
She should
needs
get this.
to. Oh no. Oh no. Now if you're Terry, your hope is he misses or only draws a single or two. And that is not the case. Dart 1. Dart 2, excuse me. Missed one. It's like that insurance commercial. Oh, almost got you.
You're right there.
Oh. Whew. Another 6-pack, but does not get rid of the 18s. Well, big third dart. Oh no. This might be a tale of the 2 missed shots at a single 18 for Terry on this leg. And he goes double 1 for miss and double 2 to hit.
Good clutch there, double 16.
You got to close that 18. Yeah. Now, although you would have loved to have hit a bull, you got to take your chances here. Risking it for the biscuit.
I would just like everyone to know my dad just tried to call me. I declined the call and texted him, "You okay?" He's playing today in singles. And all he texted me is, "Frank, the tank is happening." So I'm glad I did not answer the call.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I mean, it's just getting down, brother. He's getting down.
Well, good for him. This could get real interesting real quick here. 3 playing 2. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Uh-oh. It's going to be who blinks first.
Terry needs 3 to win. There's a double bull.
Oh!
Hey, Terry. She gets the job done.
That's good stuff right there.
A queen seat holder for Division 18. Terry Johnson. I love it.
Fired.
All right, folks.
All kinds of fired up.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break before we come back for more action here, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. Don't go anywhere.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at azdartstoday. Nathan Aspinall Echo soft tip darts. By the way, I've swapped out the stems and flights for the new K-Flex number 2 standard flight. Originally only number 6 was available. Now we have number 2 in all colors and lengths. All right, 146 remaining. Ho ho ho. Damn, that felt good. Echo has really expanded since it first came out as an exclusively soft tip range. Now we have a player edition that has remnants of Nathan's prior signature darts, notably the overall shape of the barrel and the milling, with the CNC milling in the front, nano grooves in the middle, finishing off with radial grooves in the rear, which to me feel the most aggressive. So if you have a widespread grip or a 5-finger hold like Nathan himself, I would recommend taking a look at this barrel. It's certainly a more affordable option than your typical PDC Superstar signature dart. Take a look. Dartboard lighting systems that work with soft tip boards, starting with what I'm calling your best value option, the 180 Illumina lighting system. Quick clarification, you cannot purchase the cheaper light version, L-I-T-E, but the more durable and robust normal Illumina lighting system is going to work since it mounts to the wall. If you want to upgrade to the ultimate setup, we'd recommend the Target Corona Vision lighting system, plus conversion kit that is compatible with most grand boards. This is basically a zero installation option. No power tools are needed. You're not mounting the light to the dartboard or the wall. You just assemble the legs to the light when you buy it, and then when you buy the conversion kit, it's magnetic. Just snaps right onto the leg, and the 4 prongs push into the dartboard. Here are 2 budget-friendly options. Number 1 is the Target Arc light, not the cabinet light, but just the light by itself, which clips to the dartboard directly. So I have the Target Arc light under the Illumina, giving it more stability by accident, but if it was on its own, it'd be a little wobbly on the board. You can see the lights illuminating like half of the board, and it's certainly in danger of falling if you bump into the board or retrieve your darts too hard. The GLD Shadow Buster. This is our most budget-friendly option. It was designed to screw onto the top of a cabinet, and then it can swivel downward to illuminate the board, and also swivel upward and fold it all the way down to be out of the way in case your cabinet doors are a little bit taller than the top of the cabinet. That's it, folks. 4 total lighting options for soft tip dartboards. See you next time. action 20-gram soft tip darts made for Chris Dobie by Target. Can we take a second to appreciate how sleek and sexy these barrels look? It's getting hot in here. We're playing 301 split bowl double out on the Grand Board 3S. Let's see how we fare. Nice starts. By the way, I've swapped out the stems and flights for the new Target K-Flex number 2 flight. Now let's fail this attempt. Yeah, should have been positive. Should have been positive to start. Whew, good leave though. I'm really loving this texture and milling, by the way. It's just nice, consistent all throughout mid-rear where I hold. Okay, check out 24 and we will summarize. Ooh. That was a great leg, actually. Maybe I should have played 501. The Ed Chambers Ocelot 2 darts range by 180. I'll be doing an in-depth review of his soft tip and steel tip variations. We rate the front half of the Ocelot 2s a 3 out of 5 for grip intensity, and the rear half a 4 out of 5 due to the sharp cut. Well, how about that? We could have never predicted it, but we actually found our way to a 99 checkout. Throwing 22-gram Ed Chambers Ocelot 2 barrels by 180. His favorite checkout is 76, but he specifically requested treble 12 for tops, and if you hit a single 12, double 16, double 16. Mic drop, cool walk away. Ooh, it was so beautiful too, right in the center of that double. Can you tell me why I keep throwing to the right? Excellent question. For the sake of this video, let's assume this person is right-handed. So when he's aiming for the treble 20, he's missing into the 1, over to the right. The most common reason why this happens to people is because in their setup, their elbow's kicking out. So in their take back, the flight's kind of towards the left side of my face, and then look, the tip is literally pointed to the right. So the dart's gonna go where the tip is pointing. So real simple, tell yourself to tuck the elbow in, and then in the take back, the dart falls straight back, bang. It's gonna go forward. It could be a lot of different things. It could be your foundation, the way where you stand on the Aki. Maybe your elbow's tucked in, but your wrist is turning. So we always recommend to film yourself in slow motion. A camera straight on, and then if you're right-handed, a camera over to your left. Look for deviations on the second or third dart, or look for a bad habit that's always present. Because you might think that everything's aligned and straight, but the camera's gonna tell you otherwise. I mean, trust me, I thought I was straight for 16 years, and boy was I wrong. The Mark McFadden V2 darts range by our in-house brand Colonial are available now. I'll be doing an in-depth review of the soft tip and steel tip versions, of course. Overall, we give the V2 range a 5 out of 5 for grip intensity. 18-gram Mark McFadden Colonial barrel. Throwing a single leg of 501. Split bowl double out. Do not miss inside, Jen. For you, Mark, shooting the 22-gram Mark McFadden Colonial Barrel. And Mark's favorite steel tip checkout is 126, of course. He's got to pick a big hitter. So we're going to go 19s all the way. First attempt here. Ooh. Oh my God.
Welcome back, everyone. Mike Scarboro taking on Ram Gavara here for our next matchup on the stream. I hope you are excited and ready, because we certainly are. As Mike gives a few finger bangs there at the camera.
Pew pew. Oh, sorry I'm laughing. Nick is boundless, countless amounts of entertainment.
Yeah, Nick is just, let me tell you.
Ray of sunshine on a cloudy day.
No.
Funny,
Far
charming,
from it.
beautiful.
Oh, no.
Far from
Modest.
that, too.
All of the above.
It's all right, Nicholas. Let me tell you what. You're a great person.
Cool whip. Oh man.
Normally, when someone
get to
just
watch
like their compliment is "you're a great person," it usually means they couldn't think of what they actually could compliment, and they just defaulted to the whole.
Or they're actually insulting you, and they're going. That's the same as saying, "Oh, bless your heart," or "Oh, honey." Usually, when they lead with that, it's not a good thing.
It's true. One and done here for this one. This is going to be a tight-knit match, and unfortunately for Ram, he's kind of on the receiving end of a pretty strong performance here from Scarboro. Winner of this does play Don Stewart in that fourth-place match. Winner of that will move on to play JC Martinez, and then, of course, winner of that will move on to Mike Maloney sitting in the seat.
We get to see the Scarboro lean here as he gets moving to doing. He's was in control, but Ram making a push. Was Ram still throwing his 9-gram darts?
9.2 grams.
Well, sure.
Let's give him some credit.
Oh, 9.2. Apologies.
He has a new line coming out, I believe, because I believe he's with a different company than where his initial ones came from now. I believe Super Darts is actually who he's with now. I don't know if his new ones are out yet, but I'm certain he's still throwing in that same weight range.
Okay. Hey, don't knock it if it works. Scarboro kind of cooling off a little bit here, but takes care of that 16 nonetheless. Trailing. I don't know if that's smart against Ram or not.
I would disagree with it every single time, just because normally I would bet on Ram to hit that clutch 6 mark there. In this case, it pays off in dividends, though. Scarborough just grabs 2 15s and a trip 20. Starting with the 20, needs to make sure he secures this point lead with the high ground. Now can take a look if he wants. And he does hit the double on the last. That's a big risk, big reward shot when you're in one and done. And when you're playing it that tight, I mean, Ram still has a game shot. It's so risky. But in this case, Scarborough is just playing the risk right. And it looks like he's 3 bulls away from moving on to the 4th place match and making the money.
No, it absolutely paid off for him. And I mean, yeah, it's scary and it's sketchy. I mean, it's Ram Gavara. I mean, it's... You know what I mean? But it worked out, and bull for double bull. And there it is, that. Scarborough taking down Ram.
Well, here
Quick,
we go.
Good match.
Well, we got a good one here. We got Division 34 Game 2 in the one loss side of the bracket here. So that's going to be Spencer Reitzman and Jacob Fetty. And currently Spencer has the advantage as they are currently duking it out heavy on the Bulls.
Oh, man.
Guys, it's not nice to laugh at your faces. Okay, come on now. Come on now. Yeah, here we go. Jacob and Spencer battling it out here. 1-0 scoreline currently. See, folks, this is
They're playing 0-1.
that is a little bit different, isn't it? Considering this is you said this is king seat match, Nick.
No. I said this is the one loss side.
Okay, so yeah, they'll play 0-1 in the second leg then.
Yep. So they're in leg 2. We jumped in during leg 2 for this. So that first leg did go to Spencer. They're in game 2, fighting it out with a big Loton there to get some advantage going second. Well, I don't know if you heard about this or not, but when Ryan and Armand were doing trips, I was basically saying, hey, listen, if you're going second in 0-1, especially in the higher division, normally it's always a hold to throw and it goes the full distance, because that's typically what we see about at least 60% of the time. Not a single person that went first throwing 0-1 won that game. The entirety of the last All-Star triples. I was 0 for 7 on that prediction.
Yeah. He got seconded up from the second position. Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. We laughed a lot at Nick's expense. It was funnier because he's like, it's not going to happen, then it happened. He's like, it's not going to happen again, then it happened 2 more times. And he's like, surely not. About the 7th time, he's like, I'm done talking about it. So it was good times. Good times had by all.
So cool. So fun, so cool. Here we go, off to the races. Jacob can't take it out with 2 darts now. He's just gonna have to tee up here. Honestly, with Division 34 being the play here, I would never advise the player to shoot the 180. I mean, if you shoot 1 dart at it, you're fine. But I mean, your opponent's sitting on an out. It's just you're playing against the game of statistics, and taking out the game is one of the hardest things you can do, especially in singles, especially in a lower division. And there, I think he didn't even take the shot, and I think that's probably the best case scenario there.
Yeah, I mean, I would say you could throw the first one at it, but beyond that, you abandon and go back to the bowl. As Jacob connects on the double 15 to knot it up at 1 apiece. We'll see. Diddle up. We'll split bowl diddle action. Okay, Trip 18, I see you. All right, Spencer's answer.
That should be enough to get Jacob this advantage. Yeah.
Yeah. It absolutely is true. All right, so Jacob with the advantage. He will go first. And gotta put the money in the board there, big guy. There you go. Cannot play for free.
So I see another comment here saying always go for it. Let me rephrase. Your opponent's sitting on the out. If you want to take the swing at it, you can. And there's no one who would say that that's the wrong decision to swing at an out that is available, that's eligible, especially when your opponent is also on one. Well, the more so my argument was, especially having that going, that first leg advantage, that he didn't need to hit it to be out of the match. I think taking the gamble of teeing up there is fine because you won that first leg, and that's how I would phrase it. That's that's more so what I meant. If he was down and lost that first leg and was in that scenario, it's a completely different scenario because yeah, you're right. If you don't shoot it, you have a good chance of just losing the match straight up. In that case though, teeing up on 100, opponent sitting on an out is well more in range, especially where you hit multiple low tons in that game.
The never-ending wisdom of Nick DeShare, ladies and gentlemen.
See, I like it when Ryan's nice to me. Will, why aren't you?
Oh, I didn't mean to start this mom and dad fight, but okay.
Likeness probably goes into that one, brother.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just kidding.
Likeness, demeanor, candor, all the above. Regan Windsor in the chat saying, "Is that Ryan George?" ? Exclamation.
Nope. Who's that? Never heard of him.
Never heard of that schmuck. Reagan is my my buddy. We get to hang out every so often whenever I find myself in the same neck of the woods as her and Dad, although she is way more famous than than I'll ever be anyway.
Way more famous than her dad too. Let's be honest.
Well, that goes without saying, but you know. RJ Massanero saying, "Can we see the Brewers game, please?" And I'm like, "No, we're not in Milwaukee, bud."
Mike Brewer for Missouri, I assume would be for what we were asking. I would hope. If it actually is the Brewers game,
Well,
sorry, not gonna happen. Let's see where Mike Brewer's at. I will take a look at that for you, RJ.
I didn't know there was a Mike Brewer. I thought I sounded intelligent. Nick made sure I didn't. Now I get your angle here, Will. I'm starting to understand more and more.
You see, brother? See what I got to deal with?
All right, so Jacob trailing a hundy.
Yeah, I got to find some points here.
He only finds 20, so Spencer, I would think, is thinking close, but he is gasoline on points here.
So Mike Brewer is sitting in that fourth place match against Brent Baker. Just got called. They have not started. They are still in the one and done portion. So we're probably going to be on this match still while that one's probably going to be almost done there. But we'll keep our eye out, especially if he gets that third place match. We'll try our best to get him on there for you because, of course, National is about showing different faces, different names, and different places. I saw someone here say, show some top divisions. We did catch the Division 1 and Division 2 King Seat, and we will more likely be catching at least one of those two finals. Maybe only one if they play at the same time, just because of timing. We don't hold any finals, but don't worry. If you want to see top level, you'll get top level. If you want to see mid level, you get mid level. If you want to see beginner level, you'll see beginner level. We got the big mix, fair share, and fun times ahead.
Well, so unbelievably well said. I'm so very proud of you. Oh, you're adorable when you're modest. All right, Spencer, take control of this leg, my guy. Uh-oh. Here comes Jacob. A little bit of momentum.
Yeah, opportunity arises here.
Just might be the kick he needs.
We'll see, though. Spencer still eyeing points. Yeah, going down now. I think that's a smart move. Go ahead and try to get rid of those 17s there.
Well, considering, I mean, he's kind of ignored it, and Jacob's slowly gotten closer and closer and closer. Although there's a unfortunate blank round for Jacob, which means Spencer should be able to go dart one close, and does simply that. Uh-oh. Okay, Big Five, I see you. 16's gone bye-bye. 15's taking notch. So, Jacob being pushed to the last wedge before the bowl. He does find 3 singles, but don't think that's going to be enough to really matter for Spencer, who's so confident with it, he decides to go double first. And just about wraps it all up. So Spencer, one bowl away.
To get the win.
Kind of like that famous Luke Combs song, that I'm only one bowl away.
And winner. As we're going to head on over to our next match, potentially. Yeah, Pete versus Jeremy.
Yep, so this is going to be out of Legends, of course, the famous Minnesota bar where we saw so many CSC challenges play out of now. And this is going to be Division 16. This is a last leg decider here.
One last one for all the marbles. Take it. Ooh, couple tough darts there.
In the 0-1 game, as right before we switched over to it, I was taking a peek at what was going on there. Pete ended up hitting a 157 into a to set up 36, and then took it out on one dart. So he was starting to cruise pretty good there. And we look at Division 16. It sounds like oh, it's Division 16, but with how many divisions are there? First off, that's the middle of the pack. Second off, Division 16 means that these players are 3 1s. So 3.104 to a 3.141. So it should be some pretty solid, steady darts between these guys.
Well, yeah, you've got a separation of, what did you say, point 0.014 or something like that? Or 41 was 0.041?
Yeah, something like that, 0.04. So just a ridiculously small margin spread here. Unless you're in Division 1 or you're in Division 39, you're going to have the really tight spreads, especially in the middle.
Yeah, some of those spreads are just unreal.
Yeah. I know Will was reading some of them off earlier, and they were just crazy. But that's what people want, right? I mean, it means they're competitive. It means the potential for everyone to be in, to have competitive matches is high versus walking into literal buzzsaws in the room.
Well, not to be a PPD shill on the PPD stream, but they do pay my checks. That being said, I do think that they just offer one of the more well-balanced programs, right? You do have some of the best elite events, and that CSC is kind of becoming one of those calibers to help define who the best soft tip players are, right? But on the other end, you have something like Nationals where you could be in Division 16 throwing a 3-1 and win $10,000. So I do think they have that pretty good mix of, if you're an entry-level player to the most elite level player, you usually have good ways to earn a lot of money in a program like this.
No, 100%. No, I couldn't agree more. And like I said, Sunday I'm going to be lucky enough to get to participate in my first one, so I am absolutely looking forward to it.
Do you want to give a shout out to Ryan George's partners, because they're going to have their hands full?
Hey, I don't think you realize how true that is. So, Brad Wilson, Josh Morrison, gear up, boys, because Backpack's coming.
She's here. She's here. Let me tell you what, man. I feel that all the time, where I'm just like, I feel like I'm the lone man out right now. And when that happens, it's rough, but at the same time, everyone has their day where you just can't miss.
No, that's fair. And hopefully Sunday we get to have our day in the sunshine.
Yeah, I will. My dad told me, like, hey, I was thinking on Sunday for triples, like, I was going to wear this jersey for the stream. And I was like, are you playing at a streaming location? He's like, no. And I'm like, do you really think in the tiny little bubble on the scoreboard they're looking at your jersey? So,
yes.
Just a heads up, guys. My dad's very serious about his clothing options.
Don't underestimate the power of the stream.
The stream can work miracles. All right. Jeremy opting to close. Kind of find that interesting, knotted up at one apiece. But, well, he just won one, so I don't know. Walks up here and puts 3 in the black. It's going to be interesting.
Do want to give an update on the person that asked for Mike Brewer. I did have it set up to go after this, but that did just finish. Print Baker just threw a 6.2 and did it in quick fashion. So it was literally, it started about halfway through this leg and it was over pretty quick. Brewer throwing about a 3.5 there.
Ooh-wee.
Talk about the crowd request curse there. Show me that match. Can't. It's over. All right, and Pete taking down Jeremy 2-1. That match finding its end.
All right, we're going to go to Ice House next, if I'm not mistaken here. Give us one moment. We'll set that one up. As Nick goes hard at work to try to wrangle in the next match. Yeah, that's a big lie right there, bud. Nick said he's always hard at work. That's a lie. One-to-one score line.
I have a feeling Sean's going to look back on this footage after he gets done with the Fever game and be like, yeah, I'm not real glad I missed that tonight. Nick and Will having their little back and forth.
So this is Division 9. This is 1-1. If Robert Pratt wins this here, he moves on to the finals. If he loses, they go to a last leg decider. To the one or two lost side of the bracket to play last leg decider to get into the final. So Division 9 third place match. We're starting to wind down here pretty quick. Mike Scarboro did get knocked out in that fourth place match. JC Martinez and Don Stewart playing it out in third in Division 1 to see who goes back to play Mike Maloney as well. Those are your updates for you at the moment.
And that was Nick DeShera with your news at 6. Oh.
Breaking news. The Channel 4 news team. Brick Damlin. Brick, do you get a grenade? Where'd you get a grenade, Brick?
60% of the time, it works all the time.
That's impressive.
All right. Well, Robert Pratt, younger brother of Chris Pratt, trailing slightly in this leg. I figured surely that would have gotten a response out of Nick, but I guess not.
Nah,
Apparently not a big Guardians of the Galaxy fan.
The guy from Parks and Rec. The show that's better than The Office, clearly.
Whoa! And this is where Ryan George's broadcast ends. It's been nice seeing everybody this evening. Oh, man. Oh, and all those times I'm like, Nick, you're my favorite. Nick, I miss you. And then he does that to me. Now I'm starting to understand Will's frustration.
Darn right.
Oh. All right. Big 4 from Robert gets him a bit of a lead.
Did we lose him?
But Christopher
Georgie,
making
talk one more time, brother.
real quick work of that.
Yeah, we definitely lost him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can hear Ryan and VMix still, but for some reason we can't
So
hear you.
Say, all knotted up at 1 apiece, last leg decider. If Pratt loses, they'll play a one leg shootout to see who goes to the finals. Is that the way you explained it, Nick?
Ryan, can you hear us?
Ryan, can you hear us good?
Good answer, bud.
Yep, nope, he can't hear. I think his headphones just died, and so now he's commentating, but we're still getting his audio in because I can still hear him fully, and his headphones died, so he can't hear us, and he has no idea what's happening.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
He cannot. His headphones died, and he has no idea why he can't hear us.
He's figuring it out. He's like, wait, what?
Did he cut me out?
Did he?
Did they kick me out? You better reach out to him. You better reach out.
I don't
to
know.
him.
The stream is enjoying this. I don't know. This is so good.
Oh my gosh. That's brutal. Don't do this to the man. Come on now. Now he's going to frantically run and freak out.
No, I just gave him the update. I couldn't do it to him for that long.
I couldn't do it either. Now he's like, oh, okay, that's what's going on.
Did they cut me out?
That's an epic one right there. Did those guys cut me out of this thing?
It was such a genuine reaction too. That was so cool. I said your headphones died, and he responded in Messenger by saying, "I can't hear." Ryan. Oh no. This is all going downhill as Christopher does get it, by the way. There, good win there to get us a little bit back on track. We're gonna get
There we go.
He figured it out.
They didn't. My headphones didn't die. They literally just disconnected.
That's crazy.
I just like the good answer from you, and then did they cut me out?
Well, add that to the blooper reel.
For sure, on the booper reel. So taking a look here, this
Did
is
you
another
say
third place.
Did you just say booper?
What? No, I didn't say booper.
You
Booper
definitely
reel.
said booper, but I said
Booper reel.
blooper. The gooper reel. Okay, Augustus Gloop,
my
calm down. All right.
gosh.
No, so this is Division 8 third place match there that we're going to be taking a look at in the background. Now, of course, we're going to cut back in a moment here. Bobby Pratt is going to get a chance in this last leg decider. They have a 1-game shootout still because he was in position there. So both players are at 2 losses. So we'll cut back to see that last leg shootout. But this is the start of the third place match in Division 8. We'll put this on in the meantime here.
Perfect. We'll enjoy it from Division numero 8.
I'm just glad I'm
Is that-
a part of the game again.
Is that Tanner or Connor?
That is Tanner. It is a little cut off there on the scoreboard. Yeah, Tanner Liga, and that is going to be Steve Drew there. This is out of South End. This is the one with the player camera that doesn't let me move, which is why his head's glued to the top of the screen there.
All right.
All right.
Super 8 by Wyndham Ashland says Brooklyn Nine-Nine greater than The Office. Ooh, that is a hot take.
That's a
That's a hot take and a garbage take all at the same time.
that's pretty I'll say that one's pretty garbage.
I do, and I
It doesn't
enjoy
hold a candle.
Yeah, I enjoy Brooklyn Nine-Nine for what it is, but no, you are 100% incorrect. Sorry, not even close. False.
Yeah, we all know the correct answer is 2.5 Men winning.
Okay, then yeah, we just slid a little farther from grace. All right, well, Mr. Tanner here in control of the leg with the high ground, but Steve can try to catch up a little bit here.
Jay Fouché saying that's like saying The Office is better than Seinfeld. Now that's a hotter take.
That is also 100% incorrect.
I don't know. The Seinfeld is truly the show about nothing.
Well, that's just it. It's a show about nothing. The Office had substance and content and
No, it
things
had
that were
paper.
funny
It
happening
was
in
paper
it.
thin.
Well, yeah, because it was a show about paper.
It's a paper company.
It's a mid-level paper supply company from Pennsylvania.
I just like how the chat's getting in on this. Jason Metcalf, relation to DK, I presume, says Parks and Rec is way better than The Office. The Office is bad. Oh no, we're starting a riot in the chat right now. And Ryan,
This is where I need.
crazy.
This is where I need Sean. I love you,
This
Will. But
turned,
this is where it would be great to have Sean at the moment.
This
But,
turned hectic pretty quick here, boys.
yeah, to my headphones cutting out because I thought Nick had finally said, you know what? He said he's cutting out, so bye. Click.
Looks like JC Martinez is reminding me that the finals is about to start for Division 1. So I do appreciate that, JC Martinez. Oh boy. So it looks like JC Martinez, Mike Maloney in the Division 1 finals. So unfortunately we will take precedent that is a finals match. And JC, I owe you $5 now. So I'll send it. I owe you a beer.
JC, we really don't care, honestly. Let's be honest. It's just a final. Who cares?
It's not like we haven't seen it before. Man. You see, I would have accepted, like, Friends is the most competitive show to The Office. I can live with that, but
Friends is
Brooklyn Nine-Nine and
Friends is age like milk, if you ask me.
Oh, I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I mean, in its time when it was on.
Oh, sure. I guess
I
we're
mean-
giving participation trophies for shows that were once successful. We can.
Well, I mean, the greatest show ever made was, if you're not going to tell me it's The Office, it's going to be MASH. So, we'll swing for the fences there. But, man.
Well,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
What's Will's take on this one? Where does Will lie with best of those types of shows?
Say something again.
Best sitcom.
Best sitcom you've ever bear witness to in your very young life.
Why is it Rick and Morty? Just kidding.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know. Office has to be pretty good up there.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
No, that's just serious. I mean, what else can you? I mean, Seinfeld's good, yeah, but Seinfeld also had some horrendous parts, brother.
Oh, it had some cringe parts.
Yeah, like
You talk about The Office, we go straight to Scott's Tots, and we're just there.
my wife can't even stand like listening to that. By the way,
And Dinner Party. Oh, man. David Al wins, in my opinion. He says The Office is the GOAT. Attaboy. Ooh, good take on that, David. How I Met Your Mother. Also solid. Just ended terribly. It just ended terribly. They're like, okay, we're done. Bye. Same thing they did to Dexter when they ended Dexter. Okay, we're done here. Bye.
Well, here
Yes, true.
we go. It's finals time, baby.
We've been live
Jeez.
this whole time, and Nick just didn't tell us. That's what's funny.
Did you not know we were live the whole time?
Nope, this whole time we didn't know we were live. We just thought we were going.
I thought we went to an ad read.
Weirdest ad read ever.
or a Jen ad run. How about that? Not read, but we're gonna all let them listen to the Jen Mounts monologue.
Perfect. Well, here we go, folks. Your final. JC Martinez, Mike Maloney. Your king seat holder is Mike Maloney. So we have to be, well, essentially triple dipped in order to lose this one. When you dip, we dip, we dip.
I put
I put my hand up
your
on
hip.
your hip.
JC with a solid start. Mike with a great answer. All right. A no-trip visit for JC will give Mike an opportunity. Doesn't go up, but he does get ahead. JC taking the kill shot. Connects.
Yeah, taking those early chances here. Mike will have to shuffle the 18s or 17s. He usually chooses, the 18s, like I figured.
Come to a conclusion, I'm pretty sure Maloney and even JC and probably a whole lot of other people could probably beat me with 2 darts, and that's just kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Nick about that one at TOC when he played Danny Baggish.
Well, he
Danny
gave Danny
Baggish-
2.
Danny had 2 darts to my 3, and I shot a 4-1-ish, and he shot a 5.
Yep.
Well, I'm proud of you for throwing a 4-1 against Baggish, but losing to a 2 dart 5 is It's a tough way to go.
When you suck, Nick.
Oh.
Man, Maloney's a little bit upset here. Knows he's in a difficult position now. Got to go for the kill shot on the 20s or no. Sorry, he had 2 in his hand. So, yeah, 17s is the right play. I thought he had the one last dart there.
Right. You know, and that's easily the loosest visit we've seen from Maloney yet. And still, I mean, you know, what's that say? You've seen him slip once since in the King C match and this. So,
yeah.
So JC, dart left in hand, will go bull and double at that. David wanting to know, Will, if didn't Danny and him beat you and Sean in Kansas City as well?
I have no idea. I can't remember what happened yesterday, let alone.
That's fair. Hey, fair answers.
Wait, so how do you only remember my losses then? What the heck is
Because
that
I
about?
remember all your losses, buddy.
It'll be just like I will never forget that you went 0 for 7 saying people in the second position never win and 0-1 legs on trips. That will never go away, ever. I might find some way to put it, because he was spouting stats. He's like, there's like a 97% chance that they don't win from the second spot playing 0-1, and then he went literally 0 for 7.
It's okay. This is why you're my second favorite Ryan that's in a darts commentary.
That's fine. I'm my third favorite Ryan in darts commentary. It's okay.
Is there 3?
I don't know. I'm just putting myself far enough back for there to be another one.
Just in case you're leaving room to
Just
grow.
in case there's another one out there. That's why when I made our little power rankings joke, 2 years ago, I didn't even put myself on it. All right. Well, Maloney ran it to 200, and JC's trying to play catch up. I love how he's up significantly and mad that it took all 3 darts to close that. Yeah. 3 dart closes are not going to work against Mike Maloney, Bob. Going to have to start finding that bed.
Yeah, Mike's got the clear advantage here. Looking to just hold throw and make this 1-1. Attacking the 17s. If it just takes 3 singles, he's all right, but he's going to want to do it in a little bit more of a showy fashion. Does so with the 6.
A little bit of panache on there.
Yep.
Bookend 7 for JC. Still trailing by just over 100. Looking to work it backwards. Doesn't get the 16, but gains another wedge. That's pretty big.
That'll do. Big 9 there.
Yeah. The big pushback.
That's pressure, but I still feel that Mike should be able to, do justice. Takes out the 16s there, so he knows, all right, just get some points on the board. Big trip 20.
Yeah, definitely thinking going up. Yeah. One dart in hand, just go ahead and go on up. I'll tell you what, he's kicking, scratching, and clawing. But Maloney just making ouchie, ouch. That hurts. Yes.
What a
A
saying.
chain of words that you've never heard before and probably never will again. In the next 3 days, Nick's gonna send me all these clips of me saying randomly silly things.
Ryan, that would require me working more than I have to, and obviously I don't like doing
I
that.
thought you were always working hard and readily working.
No, I
No,
say that, and
this
I'm usually
guy.
just playing Minecraft.
Oh, okay. That tracks. So Maloney hasn't even taken a look at the bull yet. And he struggled last round on the 20s. Why is he not? Thank you. Okay. Just, yeah, go for it, kid. You hit bulls all the time. Don't sit here and play with it too much. It's where JC finds a way to reach up and bite you.
Yeah, eventually we'll do that one.
All right. Open in, double out, split. I love it. And Maloney does not love that.
He certainly does not. JC gets this start. I don't believe, could be wrong, but I don't believe JC has a loss, right? Or has one loss, Nick?
That is correct. Yeah, he
Hard to
only
tell.
has the one loss that we saw
Yes.
in the seats. I'm presuming by this pace of how the third place match went, I would presume that he still only has the one loss.
So, I mean, how long has it been since you guys have seen a triple dip in the Division 1 final? If ever. Have you ever?
Oh, we've seen a few, yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, we've
Nick's
definitely seen a
laugh.
few. It's happened. Been there, done that one.
All right, got the t-shirt. Heard.
So, not to detract too much here, as Maloney is catching a heater right now, but I will say, Will's delivery on certain things he says reminds me of this guy on TikTok called John Breaks Bad News. And I think it is one of the funniest things to me. And I really want Will to deliver bad news.
Hey, this is John with John Breaks Bad News. I just wanted to call you and let you know that your girlfriend is breaking up with you.
Exactly. See, it's the same cadence.
I delivered this good news to you, or this bad news. Can you go ahead and leave me a Facebook review now?
P.S. Your cat died.
And that is a very true thing, by the way. I stumble upon those all the time. This is John with John Breaks Bad News.
Well, Maloney is just batting clean up here. JC just keeps kicking. It's a beautiful 9 mark, but still trailing. Oh, Gerwin prices the dart. All right, JC's going to get at least one more look at the 16s. You got to stay.
Big congratulations to Jim Long. Did book his place in tomorrow's final.
The gentleman.
Modus Super Series.
JC getting spicy over here.
He's really heating
I know
up.
it was kind of.
It's the thing about Mike. I mean, he had just a second there to kind of. He thought he was in trouble, but then does get the job done there over JC. It looked like Mike quickly walked back to the circular. Okay, yeah, he was just grabbing his phone, making sure and whatnot.
Yeah, so I do believe that's JC's second loss now. So I believe they're going to go ahead and play another best of 3 cricket. And then if it goes by the format of the player with the least amount of losses. So if you're ever curious and you're playing this and you're like, I don't know what's happening, just know how many losses you have and how many losses your opponent has. Whatever number is the least is what you go with. So 0 loss is best of 3 cricket. 1 loss is cricket 01 cricket. And 2 loss is 1 game shootout of cricket.
Why do I really want to see them play an 0-1 leg just to humor myself? Just one time.
You mean a hat trick leg with a side of trip 17?
I mean, sure. Little change of pace, little break up in the action.
We will just have a second before these guys get underway, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, taking a quick second to load in here. I think making sure everything's right, crossing the T's, dotting the I's. So just to give you updates, we also still have the ability to watch Division 2 final when that comes around. Rick Sherbing is sitting in the seat there and currently waiting on the winner of Nick Olivia versus Dalton Tripp. So after this final, we'll more than likely be covering the Division 2 final if it is still going on. Later on, we'll have that Division 18 final with Terry Johnson as well. And then besides that, we have a couple other players playing at a few locations left out of our streaming locations. There's still players that are in at Bill's Pub, obviously the Cantina and Tom Ryan's. We also have the Stadium still in it, Docks Landing, Legends, Lone Star Ice House, Sharks, Stolies, Tosos, Trick Shots Metro West, and Wood and Nickel. So we're all kind of watching those locations.
All right.
And Adam Savada asking in the chat, did JC lose already? Yeah, this is his second loss, but it's a triple elimination format there. So he is now at match point. If he loses again, it is over. If Mike Maloney would have to lose 3 sets in a row for this to go in JC's favor.
Pick it up. I'm going to. Ooh, it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to check on this meal up there real quick, fellas. I'll be right back.
Well, while we'll check on the mill, let's go ahead and let the ads run for a minute while these guys set up the boards here. We'll to be a little bit longer than anticipated. And as soon as these guys get started after the diddle, we'll be back with the action.
There you go.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts Today. Nathan Aspinall Echo soft tip darts. By the way, I've swapped out the stems and flights for the new K-Flex number 2 standard flight. Originally only number 6 was available. Now we have number 2 in all colors and lengths. All right, 146 remaining. Ho ho ho. Damn, that felt good. Echo has really expanded since it first came out as an exclusively soft tip range. Now we have a player edition that has remnants of Nathan's prior signature darts, notably the overall shape of the barrel and the milling, with the CNC milling in the front, nano grooves in the middle, finishing off with radial grooves in the rear, which to me feel the most aggressive. So if you have a widespread grip or a 5-finger hold like Nathan himself, I would recommend taking a look at this barrel. It's certainly a more affordable option than your typical PDC Superstar signature dart. Take a look. Dartboard lighting systems that work with soft tip boards, starting with what I'm calling your best value option, the 180 Illumina lighting system. Quick clarification, you cannot purchase the cheaper light version, L-I-T-E, but the more durable and robust normal Illumina lighting system is going to work since it mounts to the wall. If you want to upgrade to the ultimate setup, we'd recommend the Target Corona Vision lighting system, plus conversion kit that is compatible with most grand boards. This is basically a zero installation option. No power tools are needed. You're not mounting the light to the dartboard or the wall. You just assemble the legs to the light when you buy it, and then when you buy the conversion kit, it's magnetic. Just snaps right onto the leg, and the 4 prongs push into the dartboard. Here are 2 budget-friendly options. Number 1 is the Target Arc light, not the cabinet light, but just the light by itself, which clips to the dartboard directly. So I have the Target Arc light under the Illumina, giving it more stability by accident, but if it was on its own, it'd be a little wobbly on the board. You can see the lights illuminating like half of the board, and it's certainly in danger of falling if you bump into the board or retrieve your darts too hard. The GLD Shadow Buster. This is our most budget-friendly option. It was designed to screw onto the top of a cabinet, and then it can swivel downward to illuminate the board, and also swivel upward and fold it all the way down to be out of the way in case your cabinet doors are a little bit taller than the top of the cabinet. That's it, folks. 4 total lighting options for soft tip dartboards. See you next time. Hollywood action, 20-gram soft tip darts made for Chris Dobie by Target. Can we take a second?
All righty, back to the action. JC Martinez, Mike Maloney, your Division I king seat. Mike Maloney able to get the job done in the previous set, and JC Martinez opens us up with a 9 here in this one.
And I love that open on the 9 versus switching off like we've seen in previous legs. I think that for JC, the way Mike's been throwing and watching Mike throw and just continue to pummel him is JC's just going to have to find the point lead and hold on to a big a lead as possible. And you can't play around with Mike Maloney ever.
No, you definitely cannot. For those that are wondering, William Stewart, Ryan George joining me for this one.
All right. Yeah, and JC staying true to it. Going to force Mike to another wedge. And we did say this is another best of 3 all cricket, correct?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Well, JC with the obvious advantage here early on, and that advantage continues to grow.
I do want to give a shout out here. We do have a couple other finals that are currently going on or about to go on. And so this is kind of giving us an insight of what we're currently looking at. Johnny Salazar waiting for his opponent in Division 12 final. That's out of the stadium. Bobby Pratt currently just getting to the final there and while making out of that last leg decider to get there in Division 9. We also currently have Rick Sherbing in Division 2, William Fraley Division 19, Terry Johnson Division 18, and I believe there might even be 1 or 2 more that are still on the run to try to make it to the finals on top of these guys here as well. So I think this might be the most players that are playing in streaming locations all making finals, and unfortunately they're all playing almost at the same time.
It's kind of a great problem to have, but still a problem to have, right? All right, well, leg 1 is pretty much all over but the crying. There's JC Martinez, trip 20 on dart 3 there just to continue to keep himself out in front. Maloney with a little extra sauce there just to see in case there's an unlikely miss from JC. Needs a double. Opts for the trip 17. I'm not mad at it. Making Maloney work hard. Ooh.
And he continues on.
He just finds a way.
JC only needing 2. Should get it.
That felt like a lot higher of an average leg, but still a 5-4 to a 5-3-3. So 1-0 JC. Michael start this one. I have a feeling he's going to work the same philosophy that JC did to him. 100% matches that energy. These two are crazy. Just absolutely in fuego.
Good start.
So we are 9 straight darts and 9 straight triples.
Don't you love it?
It just makes me think how good I'm not. Oh, and the streak is broken at 10. Interesting choice on the third dart. from absolutely on fire to singles away. That's all right. JC 6-packing it. Still trailing 75.
Yeah. Mike, another 9 here.
Just continues to just. I'm telling you, one time, I don't even have to be, I don't ever, I'm never going to be as good as Maloney, but one time I want to throw one leg like these guys throw legs all the time. Just one time. I'd be the happiest person alive. I'd never stop talking about it. I'd be like, remember that one time? All right, JC still fighting. Don't know why. I don't know if he's just trying to get rid of the high ground, but he's still trailing by so much.
Yeah.
And it's a single dart close.
Almost sacrificing just knowing.
Yeah. Working the closes again. It's just, I get what it is, but at the same time, it's still impressive. Man, I just get caught up in it.
Mike Maloney.
Yeah.
6-4-5.
JC lost with a 6-1-7. That's some
Yeah.
dirty darts there. This is where it's most important. It's one leg to rule them all if you're Maloney. And of course, JC is going to need to try to find something here. And this is a little bit of an opening on the diddle with only 5, especially if JC trips on the first or second dart, can utilize the bull. Will more likely win this diddle now. Oh, not yet. Now he has to hit the bull here to at least get a tie or a potential win.
You say one leg to rule them all? One leg to find them.
That is so crazy that I did like that, by the way, for the record. Well, that made my nerdy heart happy. But JC deciding to stay on the trip 20 there, he must have been feeling it because of course he found it. If you go to the bull, he would have had a single bull tying double bull win scenario. Instead decided to gamble it all, and what a gamble it was, which I mean, I guess if you're trying to do the triple dip, you're going to have to do some gambles, and why not do it there?
Could have been somebody. You could have been a contender. Interesting. That's more like it. He's like, why can't we flip that around? Crossing swords on the board. And still finds it. I said swords.
See a couple of guys tuning in, having fun in the chat here. Famous darts commentator Tim Goodwin in the chat. How's it going? We got Von Jigglesworth in there, Scotty Johnson, Regan Windsor. We got Becky in here saying she's hungry. Why is Maloney still playing darts? We got everybody in here, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah, definitely so. We'd appreciate it, folks. Especially these national streams. They can, let's be honest, sometimes they don't get enough love as they should. We all know that you normally are here for the old good action of the CSC Challenger Series and whatnot, but this is good to check out some of the competitors maybe you don't get to see as often.
Mercy. So Maloney trailing by just a skosh, but with 2 beds to play, goes ahead and just lines another one up and says, you know what, at this point, it's just, it's like breathing. Like, I guess that's the next question. Like, with Will, you get to see it all the time, and even Nick gets to see a lot of Maloney. Like, has he found his ceiling yet? Does he have a ceiling? I mean, doesn't theoretically everybody have a ceiling? I mean, but I mean, every time we think he looks good, he finds another way to look just a little bit better.
I mean, true, but yeah, everybody's got their ceiling. I mean, but you are starting to see more push in the averages. They're starting to kind of there for a little bit. I mean, you had your 5.94s or whatever, and then from there it was like 4.8s and whatnot. But now we're seeing a lot more in the 5s, which makes things interesting.
Yeah, well, it's also, I mean, you talk about that push in general, right? I mean, the last 2-3 years, we saw this first push of people consistently over a 5.5 in seasonal average, which is something that a couple years ago just seemed almost too ridiculous of a concept. As JC Martinez loads in another 9, they are going to 1,000-point game here. But now you're seeing, because that ceiling does stop at about a 6. After a 6, you're literally, with Bulls factoring in, it's so hard to consistently shoot every game over a 6, where that 6 to 6.2 range is probably your max seasonal average that you'll see from these players. But you're just seeing so many of those 4.0 players that are now jumping to that 5.0 range for the first time, breaking that barrier and finding that confidence and stride that they didn't have before and currently are having now.
That's fair.
Also, hi, Jacob Armstrong.
Oh, Jacob's here? My favorite lost boy.
Oh, Josh can be upset.
Man,
Josh can't return a phone call.
That's all he does, yeah.
Josh can't call his best friend and Unky Ray Ray back, so that is my affectionate familial name. So I get to hold the newest member of the Armstrong clan in Vegas at Team Dart.
Ooh, there you go.
Cute little feller. Well, Maloney, who he thought was kind of out of the leg, is now very much in the leg. Uh-oh. Well, you get your 1,000-point leg wish, and I'm pretty sure we're about to see Maloney take the lead away with enthusiasm. Yeah, that's just nuts. To just be that calm and just handle it like you're just throwing another dart is just both amazing and bananas at the same time.
JC feels blocked there. He does.
Yeah, it's trying to move over.
Also, whoever was microwaving their Hot Pockets, they're done.
I'm not microwaving anything.
Yeah, I think you're hearing stuff, bud. Oh, wait, it's his Hot Pockets. He just realized.
Dude, my
Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
You just remembered, shoot, those are my Hot Pockets.
Now the roommate's going to message him over the stream. Dude, you burnt something.
Bro, what's that smell?
What a battle this is right now. They are definitely going out of here, but you can tell Maloney's really just trying not to give any edge here. And you can tell he also has full confidence in the higher gear mentality. That's why he's going so heavily on the points. He feels like his average throughout this game is just going to be higher. And that's a bold statement when you're going against what is clearly an informed JC Martinez right now, but just not quite in form enough to best Maloney. Maloney's 315s and 3 bulls away from taking the Division I singles title to start off Nationals weekend.
Woo. Always feels good to
Crazy.
get the early win, don't it?
I love donuts.
Of course you do, Nick. Of
Okay.
course you do, Nick.
Oh man,
Hostess mini cakes? Of course I like those things.
Twinkies. JC, like I said, like Nick you said, Nick, he threw Stone really, really, really well. Just Maloney just has an answer. The 653 is the answer. Jeez.
Yeah, it's JC Martinez throwing a 5.57 there across a 15-round game, 1,000+ pointer, incredible stuff. And we got, I'm not kidding you, currently 1, 2, 3, 4, about to be 5 finals currently playing in succession right now on stream boards. So we have a lot of different ones to choose from. What we're going to do is take a quick break here to figure out where these guys are at in their respective finals, figure out which one we're going with, and then we'll be back with the action in just a moment's time, guys. What do you guys say?
I think Nick's actually just wanting to take a break so he can go get his Hot Pockets.
Yeah, he's
Also, my
definitely
Hot
figuring
Pockets
it
are
out.
done.
My damn Hot Pockets.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today. Nathan Aspinall Echo soft tip darts. By the way, I've swapped out the stems and flights for the new K-Flex number 2 standard flight. Originally only number 6 was available. Now we have number 2 in all colors and lengths. All right, 146 remaining. Ho ho ho. Damn, that felt good. Echo has really expanded since it first came out as an exclusively soft tip range. Now we have a player edition that has remnants of Nathan's prior signature darts, notably the overall shape of the barrel and the milling, with the CNC milling in the front, nano grooves in the middle, finishing off with radial grooves in the rear, which to me feel the most aggressive. So if you have a widespread grip or a 5-finger hold like Nathan himself, I would recommend taking a look at this barrel. It's certainly a more affordable option than your typical PDC Superstar signature dart. Take a look. dartboard lighting systems that work with soft tip boards, starting with what I'm calling your best value option, the 180 Illumina lighting system. Quick clarification, you cannot purchase the cheaper light version, L-I-T-E, but the more durable and robust normal Illumina lighting system is going to work since it mounts to the wall. If you want to upgrade to the ultimate setup, we'd recommend the Target Corona Vision lighting system, plus conversion kit that is compatible with most grand boards. This is basically a zero installation option. No power tools are needed. You're not mounting the light to the dartboard or the wall. You just assemble the legs to the light when you buy it, and then when you buy the conversion kit, it's magnetic. Just snaps right onto the leg, and the 4 prongs push into the dartboard. Here are 2 budget-friendly options. Number 1 is the Target Arc light, not the cabinet light, but just the light by itself, which clips to the dartboard directly. So I have the Target Arc light under the Illumina, giving it more stability by accident, but if it was on its own, it'd be a little wobbly on the board. You can see the lights illuminating like half of the board, and it's certainly in danger of falling if you bump into the board or retrieve your darts too hard. The GLD Shadow Buster. This is our most budget-friendly option. It was designed to screw onto the top of a cabinet, and then it can swivel downward to illuminate the board, and also swivel upward and fold it all the way down to be out of the way in case your cabinet doors are a little bit taller than the top of the cabinet. That's it, folks. 4 total lighting options for soft tip dartboards. See you next time. Hollywood action, 20-gram soft tip darts made for Chris Dobie by Target. Can we take a second to appreciate how sleek and sexy these barrels look? It's getting hot in here. We're playing 301 split bowl double out on the Grand Board 3S. Let's see how we fare. Nice starts. By the way, I've swapped out the stems and flights for the new Target K-Flex number 2 flight. Now let's fail this attempt. Yeah, should have been positive. Should have been positive to start. Whew, good leave though. I'm really loving this texture and milling, by the way. It's just nice, consistent all throughout mid-rear where I hold. Okay, check out 24 and we will summarize. Ooh. That was a great leg, actually. Maybe I should have played 501. The Ed Chambers Ocelot 2 darts range by 180. I'll be doing an in-depth review of his soft tip and steel tip variations. We rate the front half of the Ocelot 2s a 3 out of 5 for grip intensity.
Back once again. Here we go. Division 18. We're headed back to Terry Johnson's neck of the woods here. She's playing Jenny Hood. I can't remember how to say that. I know I've streamed her a couple times before. As this is Division 18 finals. There's Sleepy back there checking out the action. A 10K winner for our bonus pool at one point. I had
You can't ever be mad at that.
Well,
10K?
I'm sure he's had enough time to burn through that at this point.
I believe he did burn through it in the same day.
I would have burnt through it, yeah, within the week. I guarantee you.
Sleepy did finish, which his real name is Johnny Four. John Four did finish in Division 6 in the 5th place position. So I had a pretty decent run today. So one out the money. So not a bad run whatsoever. That division wasn't eventually won by Caleb Hunter from Star City.
Well, Jenny's on the outside looking in here as Terry looks to wrap up this first leg. We are going to check out real quick the brackets. You said this is Division 18. We do not know if Jenny has a second loss or not. 442, I'm assuming she does not. So Jeannie's going to have to lose twice here in order to be out of this event. Jeannie just came through Noah Myers and Gary Shaw losing to Noah in that 4th place match. We saw Gary take on Terry earlier.
Opening up with some bottom of the board magic is Miss Jenny.
Mark McClannon and Steve Stafford underway in Division 5 finals. Meredith McGee taking 3rd in Division 5. Good run for Meredith.
So Terry back to the board, needs to get moving and shaking up top. Does get herself on the board, but it's not a lot. And they're like Nick talked about it earlier, there's that look to the 17 instead of the look to the 18, which I'll probably forever notice now after Nick told me that little story.
It's also preferential. I mean, if you look at, like, if you just think about it, it's 18 doesn't have a parodied side, right? So the 12 is not a cricket number, but like the 16s have the 15s and vice versa. So 18s are statistically most people's worst numbers, I would argue to say, just because, again, it's less percentage shots of the upper vertical or upper right hand side to the upper left hand side. So that's part of the reason why I see that. I will say, mathematically speaking, there's no benefit to it. It is purely a comfort thing.
All right. And I'm here for it. I mean, I get it. See, I might be the weird guy out then because I actually really do enjoy the 18s, but. And oddly, weirdly enough, I think my worst number on the board, or the number I tend to be the least comfortable with, is actually the 17. So I am a enigma wrapped in a mystery. And also not that talented, so it doesn't really matter. It's a whole lot of 15s from Miss Terry. But Jenny just making short work of this board right now. Does not get the 15s closed on dart 3.
Does successfully get a 5 mark there on the 15s, though. Gets her out in front by a minute margin. Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Big shots from Terry Johnson.
Terry time? I'm here for it. Sounds really closely, dangerously stricken out to close to South Park and Timmy, but Timmy
No,
time.
that is not how I said it. Terry Time's actually a reference to this Smash Bros. Fighting game where there's a character named Terry. So that is it's more of an esports nerdy reference there. But yeah, no, Terry's performed pretty well here. It's about just staying settled because you know you're in for the long haul, and at any point, any of these girls can really kind of get one up on each other. Right now, Jenny does get the close, gets the point lead, but doesn't add on that much. So Terry still has a game shot, can make this one hurt, but at the worst case scenario, needs to set herself up for the shot in case Jenny misses. Bull to the trip 16, back to the bull. Not going to go, but puts a lot of pressure for the hat trick. What a shot there for Johnson.
Jenny had the opportunity, though, to take the win. Going back to Terry now.
Ooh. Plenty of pressure now. Jenny needs a hat trick. Terry needs one. Has to have the double. And now, just like that, Terry Johnson can make his 2-0.
Gets it. What a win for her. One match closer to a win.
And also, I mean, pretty decent numbers for the relative perspective there, right? I mean, this division is that 3-1 range that we're looking at for Division 18. And so both players 2-9 and a 3-3. So throwing right in the expected range there. Pretty good to see. Yeah, this is going to be a 3-0 flat to a 3.022 range. So both these girls fluctuating in that range. And when you get that breakout leg where you're shooting above that, that's usually because you're ending the game more efficiently on the Bulls. That was basically the only difference maker in that one.
All right, so they will do this dance one more time.
That they will.
Now we're on to the point where I will give my consolation congratulations to the finals that were played on streaming boards, but we can't get a chance to go to. Johnny Salazar from the Stadium in Division 12 does come out on top there over Matthew Highmiller. Oh my goodness, Highmiller. There we go. That was struggling to get through that one.
Hooked on phonics.
That's right. So do want to give a shout out to him over there. I do believe we still have one person in the stadium trying to fight it out there. That's going to be Marby trying to get her way back in there to get into that final. So do want to give shout outs where shout outs are due.
We'll wait for this to get set up, and we'll get back underway here in just a moment's time.
I cannot tell a lie. I'm currently looking at my other monitor at iRacing.
You can't lie, can you? It's pretty good, isn't it?
I mean, it looks pretty sharp.
It's fun. Let me tell you what, you get addicted fairly quick.
What really actually got me was they got dirt track.
Oh, yeah, dude. They got dirt. They got IndyCar. They got it all, dude. Stock cars. Oh, yeah. Sprint cars, all that stuff.
It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. You're done for now. You're going to buy a setup in no time.
Nick, what I'm going to need you to do is just send me the specs for a decent, yet affordable setup.
Normally I am that guy for that, but I would just ask what Will did because he's
All right,
the one
Will,
that's
what I'm
all
going to
in on
need
that.
you to do is I'm going to need you to send me a list for an affordable but solid setup.
I got you. Brother.
Ryan, if I were you, I would just wait 6 months until Will gets so busy that he forgets that he has it and then try to buy it off him.
That too, because that's going to happen.
But
That
I don't
will
want to steal his. I don't want to steal his joy, though. This is his little thing he has when he can find a moment of peace.
Well, see, okay, so if right now he's busy with iRacing, ask him if he wants to sell Scolia.
Don't you dare, because I would right now. Let me tell you, I haven't played darts in forever.
All right, how much for the Scolia then? While we're at it,
I'm just kidding. That Scolia ain't going nowhere. That's too fun when I do play.
Do you want to give another shout out? Robert Pratt did get second place there. Did fight all the way back to that final though, but did get second to Dietrich Goltz there in Division 9.
what is the price tag on a Scolia right now?
800.
That's not terrible. Might have to look to negotiate that one over with the wife when I get to talk to her again.
I wish you well, sir. I wish you well.
I appreciate that. It'll go over better than iRacing probably will.
All righty.
I see diddle screen.
We're getting ready for action here.
Next. Wow. Okay.
All right. Terry gets the leg, or gets the start, sorry.
All right, Terry. What you got for us?
It's done away with a 2 mark. So a door opener for Jenny.
Right off the bat. All right, close tab. And she jumps right in it. Only a close, though, so Terry can step up and do just that and single mark close and move on. Claiming the 19s would have been a little more beneficial, but she's at least stopped the bleeding up top. But again, Jenny jumped straight in. This time following it up, though. 6 mark to get out in front and be the first on the board. Hey, Nick, I'm going to assume that you're going to tell me that it's bass making the camera wiggle a little bit, so we're going to play Guess That Song again.
Yeah. That's it.
Guess that song.
I was terribly wrong last time, so I'm kind of embarrassed to try it again.
Everyone tag Alan Gardner or John 4 in the chat so they can tell us what music's playing there, please. My guess is going to be, actually, I did play 2 DRTs and a league match last night at this location, Trick Shots Metro West. And Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us played about 5 times. So
Love that.
if you're into the rat beef that's going on right now, you know. If you know, you know. That's it.
I mean that beef's over with. Drake lost bad.
We agree. Well, what was your take on the Drake Kendrick beef?
Yeah, buddy, I don't care.
That's about what I figured.
I've got to be 100% honest with you.
And did
Jenny
have a good.
Bynum won.
It was pretty fun throwing in those DRTs. Decided to get into that 4-0 cap singles and the 6-0 cap doubles. And let me tell you, those things are tough. The match I lost to get knocked out, I lost throwing both games above a 4-5, and then in the tie-breaking leg is where I finally broke, and I shot about a 3 in that last leg there, and it was brutal. I did throw a 6-0 in one of the games. Felt cool for about 1 minute. Alyssa Evans was a witness. I was doing against her friend Jeremy Gunning. But then proceeded to blow it in the next match. So that's what darts is like. And of course, that 6-0 cap, another one of those brutal things there where I missed the game winner. I'm going to be honest, that was on me.
Whoopsies.
Can appreciate the honesty though, bud. Way to own it.
Well, it's also I'm playing in a 6-0 cap, so my partner's a 1-8. If I blame them for anything, it looks bad on me.
Also true. Terry Johnson with the hat trick. Make it 132 to 95. Jenny was one bull away. Now she's got to get herself some points first. Well, that was one dart.
Jenny, she's on the board. That's what matters to her right now.
Taking the win from the 2 spot in leg 1 here. She's all over that 20. Does grab 1 trip, but no points to follow. Opening blank from Jenny here. It's going to give Terry the opportunity to just walk the board. She's staying up.
Yeah, I would expect Terry to do anything else until she hit at least 3 20s. I would have honestly probably preferred 4. I think especially with Terry's position in this, I think she can just kind of gas out Jenny. Would be kind of the strategy, play a little bit more conservative, take some less aggressive shots, and just hope to catch a hot streak. Vice versa, if I'm Jenny, I'm taking the aggressive shot and I'm trying to get some plays in, because these girls are about equal in ability. It's just with the amount of wins that Jenny needs to get this triple dip done, it is exhausting no matter who you are.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'd agree. No matter who you are, I mean, anytime you look at a triple dip format, you're thinking, "Oh, this is a task."
Right now, Terry's playing pretty clinical in this leg.
Yeah. Not really any big misses, not wasting darts. Just kind of moving about the board. She looks comfortable. But you said she's been throwing for a really long time, so.
Yeah, definitely been throwing longer than I've been alive. She's been in the game. She did take a break for quite a few years when she was raising her son, which is also, again, part of the reason why I didn't know the crossover. Look at this, though, from Terry Johnson, finding a 7 there. Now, the question is, guys, if the finals end up finishing at the rate that they're going, should I just go to the Friday night blind draw at Trick Shots Metro West? It's 35 minutes away.
I mean, if you're feeling froggy, jump, bud. Go get it.
I would only go if Will plays me online.
But what happens when you play me?
I don't know. The video never came out.
Yeah, it never did. Should we? I mean, we could post it, brother. I was saving you the sanctity there.
Listen, I explained this to somebody the other day. I've lost so much in my life. I am so good at losing, and I own it like a champ. Not that happened in that video, for sure.
This is fantastic.
Could have been anybody's game, right?
Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy.
He's saying, "Sure, buddy." It's the pause for me.
Look at it. I'll post it, folks. I'll post it.
Post it.
Terry,
All right.
looking to grab the legs. I think she's got it here. No problem.
Straightforward, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
You can see Alan is the professional button pusher for this one. David asking, can we possibly get Division 39? I don't believe we have any cameras for the players in Division 39, but let me confirm that to be the case. So that's going to be Betsy Luke playing either Jennifer Robles or Miranda Cook or Deb Wells. They're currently in that 4th place position. I don't believe any of these girls are throwing at streaming locations. From my understanding, if I am mistaken there, please let me know. But I'm pretty sure on my list here, none of those girls are at streaming locations, so we will not be able to cover that. But if you want to follow your favorite players, just go over to CompuSport.us, go over to the tournament section, type in PPD, and you'll be able to follow along with all your favorite players. Hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified every time they get called up to the board.
Well played, Nick. Well played. All right. Jenny wins the diddle. Or the count up, or whatever you'd like to call it.
Can she take advantage is the question here. Needs to try to grab a close. Again, these ladies average in the 3-0 range. That's where they're supposed to be. So you expect that your goal for an opening is to get the close. Anything else you hit is extra credit. And right now, this assignment's trying to get some extra credit on it by Terry Johnson. And deflects on the last one in a pretty gnarly fashion.
Yeah, that was a hard flight off into the 5. Jenny getting the start she wanted in the 19s, and the shutdown on the 20s will force Terry to move along. Dollars to donuts is to the 17s, and there it is. And a big 7 at that.
Yeah, that's big. Terry attacking the 17s here. Good 5. It's a door opener. Go ahead and attack the 19s. Get rid of them. Now she's got to stay. Yeah, she got to stay true on the 17s there. If she would have collected at least on one, I think you're danged if you do, danged if you don't. Take a shot, but you got to think I've got an extra set to deal with no matter what.
I would agree with that. I think it's also there's a little bit of the, this is my comfort number. I want to stay on my comfort number until I trip it. And that can actually lead you into some decision making where you maybe could have afforded to take that first start at a close or something there. And now, in fact, it put Jenny in position where she's been scoring more effectively these last 2 turns, is approaching with a point lead. Grabs the 17s immediately.
Yeah, she's not wasting any time. I'm kind of shocked that she went back to the 19s to go up to the 18s third dart and not just stayed in place. But
Do want to give another shout out here. Division 5, Steven Strafford was playing at Bill's Pub for the stream. Unfortunately, again, when all these finals were at the same time today, did lose out to Mark McLaughlin there from Jacksonville, Florida.
All right. Terry with an opportunity on the 18s here, and she's pouncing on it. Wow.
Yeah, that's a great turn there. Great turn from Terry.
Yeah, good turn indeed.
But then again,
Jenny's
step over single 18. Yep.
Doing what she needs to.
100%.
And that's why the Terry, I think her last start should have stayed on the 18 rather than going for that single on the 19 or going for the close on the 19. It might not matter if she keeps hitting trips like this, though. Oh, she just kind of wings that last one. But yeah, another single on the 18 would have meant that 4 mark would not have gotten the Jenny the lead or the shot at the 18 with advantage without hitting 2 trips. In this case, it's a moot point because right now these girls are really lighting it up these last couple turns.
Yeah. Definitely turning up the volume as they get to moving along here. Terry finds 4, gets herself ahead. But Jenny's just into that trip 19 every time.
Finds the 15s as well. And really, if Terry here, if she gets the close, I would almost argue that now's the time to get rid of the 19s. There's not much left in this leg here, and she is just hitting them so effectively. 21-point difference is all that separates. Jenny can go right at these 16s if she so chooses. Yeah, she just ran off, I think. I'm not sure what that was
what
about.
happened there. Okay, yeah.
She's back. I don't know if something, I don't know what that is. I don't even think it was intentional by the way that she was running around too. But it looks like it won't matter. Wow, what a shot there from Jenny.
Trying to force another set.
Yeah, the only takeaway that for Terry on this one is don't let Jenny live on the 19s, but otherwise both these girls just shot particularly well in this leg. And I think that'll give them both a vote of confidence regardless going into that next set here.
There we go. Jenny gets the job done.
Yep.
Well, still more to come as we'll take a moment here to get back underway, I'm sure. As Jenny and Terry continue to impress us in our Division 18 finals, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today. Nathan Aspinall Echo soft tip darts. By the way, I've swapped out the stems and flights for the new K-Flex number 2 standard flight. Originally only number 6 was available. Now we have number 2 in all colors and lengths. All right, 146 remaining. Ho, ho, ho. Damn, that felt good. Echo has really expanded since it first came out as an exclusively soft tip range. Now we have a player edition that has remnants of Nathan's prior signature darts, notably the overall shape of the barrel and the milling, with the CNC milling in the front, nano grooves in the middle, finishing off with radial grooves in the rear, which to me feel the most aggressive. So if you have a widespread grip or a 5-finger hold like Nathan himself, I would recommend taking a look at this barrel. It's certainly a more affordable option than your typical PDC Superstar signature dart. Take a look. Dartboard lighting systems that work with soft tip boards, starting with what I'm calling your best value option, the 180 Illumina lighting system. Quick clarification, you cannot purchase the cheaper light version, LITE, but the more durable and robust normal Illumina lighting system is going to work since it mounts to the wall. If you want to upgrade to the
Alrighty. Division 18 back. Terry Johnson, Jenny, Hood, ready for action. They've been playing well here. Kind of definitely above their average, let's be honest.
Yeah, both ladies throwing really, really well. Both of them kind of feeling each other out, both hitting hot streaks at different times, but you can easily say either one of these ladies can take this next match. It's really anybody. It's up for grabs.
Jenny definitely has the momentum at the moment here, right? That big win there, the 377 average, you'd have to imagine that would inspire a lot of confidence in her. But again, not to get in this argument with Ryan here, but this is the one with 01 in the middle now as our format. So anything is possible here.
So he wants to go 0 for 8 is what he's saying. Got it. Heard. You heard it here first, folks.
Well, you know what? Ryan George, $10 says that we go all 3 legs here.
$10 says we go all 3
10
legs.
hypothetical dollars because PPD doesn't condone gambling.
Okay, 10 high fives. Got it.
You got it.
I'm intrigued. I'm also semi-convinced that Jenny, while playing this PPD event, is also either serving drinks or food at her establishment, the way she's running around. I'm joking, but it's kind of true at the same time.
Terry with a big triple to start. That's all she's able to gather.
Vinny Arizonans are still watching. Mike Scarboro posted that there's going to be a Bermuda Triangle blind draw at Toso's tonight. So there you go. If you want to go play at the stream bar you just watched, I guess you could play Bermuda Triangle tonight. That's an option.
Bermuda Triangle blind draw sounds like either a really good time or just kind of scary.
There's some weirder formats out there that I've been becoming more accustomed to. I mean, the fact that they have a mainline event in Bullshooter Europe Finals where it's just a hammer cricket tournament blew my mind.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, Jenny is making short work of this cricket leg.
She's really striding with this advantage that she kind of had. She's worked it up.
Cleans up the 15s and finds one of her 3 bowls. So Terry needs to hit a lot of bowls.
Yeah, I got to
Put
come
the
up
pressure.
with a good amount here.
Does splash a 20 on the miss after grabbing 2 of the bowls. But, yeah, Jenny just didn't blink. Casual 4:05 for Jenny Hood.
She's feeling it. She is feeling it. What a leg there for her.
And the moment that I personally have been waiting for, and Nick is probably dreading entirely. The 0-1 leg. We are playing what? Open? Yep. Full bull?
Open. Full bull.
I'm riding with the Florida girl regardless. So this, no matter what, I get to watch a Florida person make this go to a fun last leg decider in a very enticing match where both players are throwing good, and I get to win Ryan's $10. That's how I see this leg.
Okay.
Hypothetically speaking.
Bit of a soft entry there for Jenny. Terry could pounce on that here and now.
Oh, and look at that from
heck
Terry.
yeah, she is.
Put it on the counter for her over there. That's the one thing where her game has definitely shown the most out of the matches we've saw from Terry is her bowls have been probably the sharpest in her division. In the seat match, I'd say much of the same as well. So it definitely helps the cause a little bit here for her. And with Jenny finding a blank on there, Terry can be the first one out while Jenny's still at the 400s.
Choo! And an out she has. It's a biggie. She doesn't have to worry about working it, but she can do pretty much whatever she wants from here. Well, here comes Jenny with a little head of steam. Still plenty of room to go, though.
Yeah.
But it's not over just yet.
Terry should be able to gather this one, especially from this position.
Yeah.
She did take a shot there.
17.
She went for it.
She stayed.
I'm not even surprised.
It's always
that she took
interesting.
the shot. Just knowing her game, knowing that she likes to play the high ton game in league instead of just going for hat tricks. She'll go for bull high ton. So that's she's not going to be too afraid to take the shot, especially with free range to take it or not take it at that position.
And she's got, at least 6 darts for 51. She go 1 bowler, she going right at that 17.
Right, the 17. Now right to the 14. Bam, gets it. If you guys are curious, my PayPal is just theshara@gmail.com. Easy enough. For anybody that might be interested.
That's fair.
Well, on to the diddle here. Terry's going to want to get this done here and not face her first loss of a match play. She wants to kind of go flawless, right? So this is a big moment. And that last start gets away from her and leaves an opening. See what Jenny's able to do.
I'm sorry, you said Venmo says what?
Just kidding. Just kidding. You owe me a hypothetical beer next time we see each other, buddy.
Dude, it could be like 7 years from now. I mean, I hope it's not, but the way you travel and I don't.
Well, it'll be a hypothetically aged beer.
Fair enough.
There we go. Terry Johnson will get the start. She'll need to try to start off strong. And Jenny is just going to try to find that magic she found the last 2 cricket legs she played. Because let's be honest, if she plays how she played in that tie-breaking leg and in that first game of this set, she's going to be fine, right? Terry's aware of that and knows that she has to bring her A game here.
Holy cow.
How about that?
That's one way to start.
That will do. What a shot.
All right. Kind of feel like Jenny's been blown back on her heels.
Yeah, that would certainly do it. Kind of knows right off the rip that she's on the outside looking in.
Do want to give another shout out. Another final that was going on subsequently did just finish there. Pete Jupy, that we did see briefly there playing out of South End, got second place to Tony Flat in the Division 16 final there. And I believe the only final that is still left going besides this one that is on a stream board is Rick Schreiberg's Division 2 final, which I believe has gone the full distance, considering this final started a little bit ago now.
Wow. I love that.
Terry needing the close there and doesn't get it. Opening the door just a little bit for Jenny. I mean, it's a lot closer of a game than it was 2 minutes ago.
One to take it out, gets it, back up for points. What a big last dart that was.
Yeah. Definitely gives her some of the breathing room that she definitely wanted to have back.
Well, Jenny's got to find a new number. 18s. It's got to be the answer for her.
She's windshield wipering it back and forth. All right. She's just got to.
Yeah, it's just not enough as Terry, once again, 3 big fat numbers will do.
Yeah, 3.
Or that double to close them out. That'll work.
Yeah, 3 singles just isn't going to be enough. I think that's going to be the story here.
But you also have to give hats off to Jenny, right? I mean, the numbers that she was putting up in this match, I mean, showed some true resilience, some true grit against an informed Terry Johnson. I mean, there was some slight errors on both sides. There were some great moments of triumphancy going on as well. I mean, you have to be kind of happy if you're Jenny with your performance. And of course, happy if you're Terry for being 3 bowls away from getting the dub.
No, 100%. You're not wrong at all.
Usually not.
I guess I just, that's true. Usually you're not. I guess it's just a hearts bleeds moment because she was starting to find that momentum, starting to find that action, and then it kind of just, Outcast stepped in, shut all the lights off, and
You're not kidding. The exact moment where you felt like the momentum shifted was when Terry hit a hat trick and Jenny just missed and followed up with two pulls on the next go, but it just felt like she was starting to slip there. And it's one of the things where the better players, or sometimes these veteran players, will take that and run away with it, and vice versa. I'm sure Jenny has taken that momentum and run away with it plenty of times before as well.
Yeah. Here she is, one bowl away. Yeah, Jenny's just having a hard time connecting. So, Terry Johnson
for the win.
Let's get it there. You can see Alan with the fist bump in the background giving some love. You can see Terry giving a wave there to Jenny, and that was a solid performance. And you can see Jenny there, sportsmanship from both ladies. And I know I said we were done after this, but this is the last leg shootout, the very last possible final we could cover on a streaming board. This is the last leg, and it looks like Rick is going to fall just shy here to Dalton Tripp in Division 2 to complete that storyline from earlier where we saw the King Seat match.
And he's not going to be too thrilled with that outcome after he played so dominant in that King Seat matchup. Let's be honest. But Dalton doing what he needs to do to try to get the title here.
And just remember, I mean, Friday, don't get me wrong, there's some decent money on the line, right? But everybody this is their tune-up day. Tomorrow is the big money. We go live at 3:30 Eastern is usually, so 2:30 Central is our target line for that. And let me tell you, there's a lot of money on the line. There's some big stuff. And today for their tune-up, you'd have to imagine anybody that's still on the stream by this point is going to be happy going into tomorrow, regardless of the outcome today.
Well, there you go. Dalton does it. Gets the job done here for the title. As I get squared away here, and he quick triggered me, that son of a gun. All
that
righty.
lonely fool.
Well, there you go, folks. That's going to do it for us for PPD Nationals today. Good singles action for our Friday coverage. Tomorrow, we're going to be featuring some of the doubles action as well as our bonus pool. So reminder of that one if you would like to tune in. We got your Saturday covered here on Partners Promoting Darts and USA Darts, and then triples on Sunday. So still some more action to go here for this PPD Nationals weekend. What do you say, Ryan?
I'd say it was a great time today. It was fun to watch the singles action unfold. I know I'm going to be tuning in off and on tomorrow to watch the doubles go, and I actually get to play on Sunday in trips, so I get to watch it unfold, and then I get to play myself, so we'll see how that goes for us. It's my first one, but all in all, a great time and a great weekend.
There you go. I definitely will not be tuning in tomorrow. Maybe I'll catch the replay, but yeah, I got a long drive tomorrow, and then we're going to be enjoying some monster trucks with the kiddo for a little Father's Day action. Appreciate all you dads out there. How about that? So happy Father's Day. Preemptive. Why not? But, a good day of coverage here. Some winners were crowned, as you can see here on our stream. I always love doing that. But, yeah, tomorrow, some more action coming your way. You don't want to miss out. We hope you join us on USA Darts and Partners Promoting Darts, as previous mentioned. Any final thoughts, Ryan?
No, not really. Thanks for letting me jump in and have some fun with you, Will. Nick, not so much, but it's okay. Yeah, but yeah, no, for real. Thanks for having me. Always a blast to come hang out with y'all.
There we go. Appreciate you, folks. Take care. We'll see you next time here for PPD Nationals. Tomorrow about 2:30 is when you can see the action live. Take care.